We are live. I am checking the thing. It says it's got about a 10-second delay.
That's in case anybody cusses.
Yeah. So, all right. So I'm looking at the phone, and it looks like we are live. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Anthony Greeno.
I'm Michael J.Cat.
And welcome to WKAT Live Questions and Answers. Well, I can definitely tell that we can already be seeing because they're commenting in the chat.
All right. Hey, woo.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Yeah, notification just popped up. Cool. So we are trying something a little bit different today.
And we hope you like it.
Yeah, we hope you like it. You can see us both for the first time. So here we go. Today we're going to do some questions and answers. So if you got a question.
Like we're back together and doing a show again.
Yeah.
It's like we're live, sitting right here at WKAT Studios in Burlington, Indiana.
Sitting right next to each other.
Right here. Now we have all kinds of room. Now it ain't gonna be like, hey, dude, would you get the fuck out of my way? Oh wait, man, chill out. I don't want to demonetize stuff, man.
Yeah. All right. So what's up, people? You've got some questions. We got some answers. Today we are trying this all out. Mike, sorry about Tuesday. What's this?
No, she couldn't be there during the live.
Okay.
It's all good, Mama Bear. Things happen. I mean, actually, I think we kind of went without moderation through that, didn't we?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
We didn't even have moderating.
I think Lily's a moderator.
Yeah. And Mama Bear and Alaska Blue, and you are.
Yeah.
And I am.
Yep. Hello, everybody. So we're going to need your moderators this time. I will go ahead and drop the one link now. Or see if I can go drop the links. This is, well, maybe. Do you have your PayPal link on there?
Me?
Yeah.
Where?
Hold on, let me go get it. I'm sending it to the moderator.
See, I don't even know how to post, man. How do I post here?
Okay, to the right of our things, I'm looking over here at the there's a chat group on the right.
Yeah.
You can see it. Down at the bottom, it should show your picture.
Hang on, I'm going to have to make this screen smaller, maybe.
Smaller? Okay.
No, it's still not there. I have no place to enter chat into.
Okay, mine's showing up at the very, very bottom there.
Well, it might be because I'm not signed in. You know what? It sounds logical where I can't chat. Now I can't moderate. No, it's like this, man. It's like this. It is. This has been a long 2 weeks. You have no idea about this 2 weeks. This is insane shit.
Right. Okay, so I am going to just... There we go. There's his PayPal link, and I'm going to drop mine in there as well for the moderators. So, hey, moderators, take those. One of you post these, and the other one post. One post him, one post mine. There you go. Because I see Alaska Blues here and Lily. Okay, so if one of you guys could post one, the other one post the other one, please. That is great.
Look, moderators. Yeah. They make the live show easy.
Cool. Yeah. Oh, cool. And it highlights a comment up there on the thing. Wow.
So everything. How you doing, 12 cut? The 12 cut pizza.
All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So what's going on? 12 cut pizza. What's up? How you doing? So does anybody have any questions? And it doesn't have to be about Delphi. It could be about anything.
About anything? Okay, I didn't sign up for that. It's only Delphi, or you get the thumbs down, pal.
Yeah. And yeah, we can see the chat. Okay, cool. Yeah, you can just go ahead and post the PayPals in there. All right. So any questions? That's pretty much what we're here for. Answer your questions.
Q&A? All right, man, Q&A. Okay, well. Yeah, correct. It does. And obviously, and I think that me and GREENO can both talk all night on this about the people that we have had the pleasure of hearing from. We have the most insane people. The most. Okay, the one guy, and I'm discussing this yet again. He got a hold of us, told us there was 2 people that committed the murder. The main bridge guy had on a 1972 Elvis World Tour shirt because he knew that because he had one that was identical to it. The reason that they had their phone out was because the guy that was to his left was an Elvis impersonator. And that's who Liberty was trying to focus in on. And he's sitting there talking about all this. And I'm like, dude, you know you're out of your mind, right? And then he got upset and he's like, you know what? You don't want to believe anything inside of your own theory. That's your problem. Right on, man.
Yeah.
Click. That's blocked. We have ran into the most paranoid people, people with this story, people that was frightened out of their mind. It's insane. Hundreds. The difference between us and law enforcement is they can't walk right into their office and start talking. You know what I mean? Here, they get right on that email, man, and everybody starts blasting it.
Mm-hmm. So you can see those that comment that's posted up on the screen.
Me?
Yeah. Like this posted onto me and you. Like
oh yeah, right. If I ever come to Indiana, will you guys take me to the bridge? Absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah, so, absolutely, dude.
That's cool. So whenever I see a comment, I will.
No, there was not 2 Thomas Bruces.
2 Thomas Bruces. Yeah.
Yeah, the one was an Elvis impersonator, Thomas Bruce. Most people never heard of it, including his parents.
Yeah, 2 Thomas Bruces. That's funny.
Thomas Bruces.
It's like Mark Redwine came from Colorado, picked up Thomas Bruce along the way. They snatched up Daniel Nation's hitchhiking.
Got drunked up at Ron Logan's.
Got drunked up at Ron Logan's.
Went out to the horse field and, well, you know.
Then went to work at Packers at the end of it.
Okay, yeah, you know what? That would be something that we could talk about because we could talk about a lot of the old information that was just complete BS. And Packers is one of them. And it was like right off, man, not long in, I'm like, yeah, I don't think that guy worked at Packers because if he did, he would have been hit already a long time ago. Absolutely nailed.
Yeah.
And that wasn't too far into it. I mean, like not long because everybody's like, it's somebody that worked at Packers. I'm like, okay, now though, like this far in, if there was somebody at Packers, they would have been arrested. 2 weeks in, they would have been hit.
Right.
There would have been no way out.
Right. Okay, so one of the questions is, who do you think is the person in the video on the left that is blurred out? And I've got that picture pulled up on the screen.
GREENO, you need to cover this one, please.
Okay. I will tell everybody this, that it's nobody. Okay, that right there is absolutely nobody. I don't see anybody in that picture. To me, that is just pixelations that's caused because when you actually go through and look at the first shot of the suspect that was given, it was a bigger shot of the bridge.
And it was on Inside Edition.
Inside Edition. It's Inside Edition, and what it is, you know what? I could probably go pull that picture up on Inside Edition and show you because it's a bigger look at the bridge of him on it, and there's clearly nobody there because they're like, well, look, it's in the one picture but not the other. This is
a woman in a purple dress or a jacket. I was like, what?
Yeah, not even happening. So let's see, Inside Edition Delphi. All right, so and we're looking for the first video.
12 cut.
12 cut.
Yeah. And he's in the chat and he's making sense, bro.
Yeah, is he?
Yes, he is. He's saying things that matter.
Okay.
You know what, Kathy? I do. I really do. Now, I don't think that well, I mean, if I'm looking at a book that would be written about this, I think that it would be about the investigation. I think that that's what I think it would start with the crime, but then it would go through the investigation up till the arrest, and I mean, like, follow it on too, because this right here does have a lot of points of interest that a book would carry. I mean, it isn't just like a normal crime, because look at the worldwide attention because of this. We got the person's pictures, we got his video, we got the audio, they got his DNA. Dude, it's going to be 3 years, 3 years. So, yeah, I think that there was a lot that happened through this. A lot, man. I mean, you look at the talk shows. It just went around the world. I mean, hell, like, even on our channels, we got people from like England, Australia, Scotland, France, all over the place, because that's how far this has reached.
Exactly. And then, so to go back to that question, this is the original photo that was released by the police, and the media has since cropped it down. Now you can see where they've tried to edit the photo where it's really pixelated, then it's not so pixelated. There's nobody there on the left. Now, those screenshots were taken just one. What do you call that, dude? When you go over one clip, you know what I mean? Like one, like when you're clicking one frame. There you go. I don't know why. Okay, so one.
Dude, I do it all the time. It's like an easy word, and I'm like, you know what it is? It starts with an F.
Yeah. Okay. So frame. It's one frame, 1 or 2 frames away. That's not enough time for someone to jump in the way right there. There's the original photo. There's nobody in that photo. And there never was. It's not anybody that's been blurred out. I'll tell you that. So there you go.
Glad we could answer that. D. Lacey's from Ireland.
Oh, wow.
Ireland.
Yeah.
Ireland. And hey, man, my great grandmother was from Ireland. Her last name was Ireland.
Wow.
No, for real, man. Bertha E. Ireland. That was my great grandmother on my mom's side.
That's cool.
I know. Well, I mean, I tell people now, because she didn't come from Ireland, but her parents did. And I tell everybody that, yeah, her last name was Ireland, but she really came from France. And they were like, what? Yeah.
Wow, this is really cool. Yeah, so D. Lacey, that's cool, man. So we are looking from around the world. That's really neat. Around the world.
Around the world.
Wow. So how many people are here, moderators? Do you guys know? Oh, 48. Okay, cool. I'm seeing it in the left-hand corner. Cool. 48 people are here. Awesome, ladies and gentlemen. So we're doing questions and answers. So you got the question. We probably have some sort of an answer.
You know what? If you have anything, I don't even care what it is, because tonight, no holds barred. Even if it's a stupid question, I'll answer it. I will. Won't get angry. I won't. We'll start banning people and stuff. I'll calm down a little bit.
Yeah. Oh,
meds.
Yeah. So, okay. So one thing I wanted to do is, so WKAT doesn't have a PayPal link. So
Yeah, I don't.
What I've been telling people is, if we're live on here together, okay, and you want to make a donation to us, put in the comments section WKAT in the note section. When you send it, you can send it to his or mine, whatever. And then at the end of the show, him and I will split that up. Okay. So, because it's real hard to like jump in and see what's been going on, but put in WKAT and then we'll be able to send it back and forth to each other. Okay. Because we don't have something.
Where does that go to either?
Well, I'm just saying, if they send it to mine or yours and they want it to go to both of us, just put WKAT.
Right. That's why I was saying I didn't know where you had said to send it.
Whichever one they want to send it to. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So Alaska Blue says she sent to both accounts. So Alaska, if you donate, thank you.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I'm like, man, Alaska Blue, you donate every single show. And you know what? That's why you were such a great moderator, man. And I talk about that all the time. I tell Wolf in the daytime, I swear that. I talk to my dog a lot. Can I walk across your lawn today, Michael? Yes, you can. You most certainly can. My lawn? Can I walk across your lawn today, Michael? Are you talking to me?
It must be.
Yes, maybe, but I mean, was you here? I didn't see you. Yeah. Can I walk across your lawn today? It's past day here, so I'm going to say no.
Okay. Okay, so I see what they're saying. That comment right there.
What?
It says, the one that's on the screen from Melissa. I just read today that Libby was holding her phone over her shoulder with her back to the suspect when she recorded that. What do you say? Okay, so basically you're saying she was doing this and recording the guy like this. I don't buy that at all.
What?
But how would anybody know that?
Exactly. Nobody would. If somebody had said that.
Yeah. That's completely just rumor. It's just a complete rumor.
D. Lacey, I think that tipping point was there came a point when I was looking at the guy because I was kind of checking off things that I knew to be good criteria for the Delphi suspect, and he was fitting them all. Now I go back on my channel, and this would be sometime real early 2019, where I said, you know what? I feel that this is the guy. The only issue is I have no way to put him in Delphi, but I think that this is the guy that we're looking for. And then it came where I found his brother that lived in Fort Wayne. And when I went to Google Maps, I put in directions from his residence to Fort Wayne. The two routes popped up. One was I-70. The other was the Hoosier Heartland, which goes right by Monon High Bridge Trail. So I knew that he had taken that path, had stopped at Monon High Bridge Trail, knew the trail, which we knew the suspect did. And it was at that time when I was like 98%, you know what? I got this guy. This is the man that we're looking for Delphi.
Right.
Yeah. That was the tipping point, was finding that route. But everything after that, because I mean, from finding that route onward, there was the jobs. You know, he had lost 2 jobs 1 month before each crime. He lost his job in June of 2012. The next month, July, Evansdale happens. Lost his job and filed bankruptcy in January of 2017. The next month, Delphi happens. Identical crimes. Identical with reversible date. And I'm like, he did both. Absolutely did both.
Yeah. Okay, Angela, you're saying, why is Anna staying so quiet? Well, you know what? She hasn't really been quiet because she's been on Dr. Oz, Dr. Phil, Nancy Gray, you know, all these places. I don't think she's being quiet. I mean, we've met Anna in person, and she certainly voices her opinion to me on what she thinks. I don't think she's being quiet, but I think that they're just tired of. They had this shoved down their throat for almost, well, coming up on 3 years. So I don't think it's something that they're being quiet about. There's so many rumors and stuff out there that they're just sick of it. It's just like, oh gosh, man, again with that, you know, like, I'm sick of it. Don't you know it's my kid that had this happen to? And you're just talking all this stuff, you know, it's like they just probably get sick of it. Okay, 12 cut. There you go. That one's for you, probably. You see it?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know what to answer on that.
Okay.
I mean, I really can't. I would, but I don't know.
Right.
What really to go with.
Okay.
Man, I like the way you can do that. You can just go right down and highlight it.
Yeah. Can you see me highlighting them?
Me?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
When you pop it up over here, right over the screen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm clicking on ones. Whenever I see a question, people, what I'm doing is I'm picking it out, because that's what the point of this is questions. I'm trying not to put the ones that you're just commenting on and talking to each other, but if we have a question, I'm trying to highlight them so we can get to answer them. And then when it's actually airing on YouTube, that they're seeing that screen right there. So the question pops up right on screen, which is really, really cool. Okay, so hope I didn't miss the answer to my question. Just in case, I've been following the case for a few months. Is Abby's dad in the picture? You know what? I don't think so. I've never seen him, never even heard of him. So I don't think he's anywhere around in the picture or whatever. Okay.
Now, that was after, I believe. I mean, it was after the crime when they started working on the bridge.
Mm-hmm. Right. On Reddit, they have 45 pictures of BG on the bridge from video and a couple of pics. Are the best pictures I've seen of him, even though they are still pixelated. No matter what, I don't think it's going to get any better than the pictures that we're seeing right there. You know?
Who's in Michigan? Peter Falk.
Yeah, who's in Michigan? And who's Peter Falk?
Columbo.
Oh.
I assumed it was for me. I mean, he ain't got my hair, but, you know, him and I, you know.
Oh, hey, dude, you should show him the hawk.
The what? Oh, no.
No? You can't?
Dude. Nine, dude.
Number 9? Number 9?
No. Don't anybody remember Aaron Pryor? Does nobody remember Aaron Pryor? He knocked out Alexis Arguello. Don't anybody remember that? What was his key phrase? What did he say? What time is it, people? What time is it? Hawk time. There it is. Hawk time. There it is.
V, what do you mean like a phone cam test video? Because we've got, I mean, we can go to the bridge, you know,
yeah.
But we wanted to wait till the leaves dropped because it doesn't look anything like it did. Okay. Talk to him for just a minute, man. I got to go grab a drink.
You remember that? Alaska Blue, seriously? You know who Aaron Pryor is? Is that what you're talking about? Because if you do, man, he was the greatest junior welterweight probably in history, man. I mean, look, he knocked out Alexis Arguello, who is probably my 5th pound for pound greatest fighter ever. Smoke break? Man, see? I vape, people. I vape.
There we go. Smoke break. You must have to go outside and smoke.
It shows, man. It really does. It really, really does. Man, I would watch that fight at my mom's house down at Grissom Air Force Base. My fingers were bleeding at the end of that first fight. Man, one of the greatest fights ever. That and like Hearns Hagler. War.
Wait, your fingers were bleeding?
Yeah, dude, I chewed my fingernails down to the quick, man. I mean, like all of them, man. It's just, I had a bad habit with that, man. That might be why I had no teeth. When I came out the womb, I was like,
V says, why is the phone camera that blurry even while moving? Probably because it's far away and they've had to zoom in and crop it on the picture. Wouldn't you think?
Yeah, I would. But, you know, I don't know why it would be that blurry. I mean, if he was like at that distance, it don't seem like it should be. But maybe, I mean, it would look further at a distance. They probably did have to blow it up so you just get a decent image of him. But by doing that, it takes away the image of him.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It does. Man, I remember when we was like way on it. Do we think law enforcement altered the footage? I wouldn't think so. I mean, what do you think?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm with you. I mean, why would they? You know, why would they change that without knowing who the guy is? I mean, that would just seem like obviously we don't want to catch him where we know they do. So I would kind of be to the side that no, they probably didn't. It was probably the best that they could get by blowing it up. I mean, that's just kind of where my heart's at on it.
Yeah. And you know what? I really think the same way. It's probably the best it gets because you got to think they were kind of far away from him. And when you stand there with your phone and you just hit the record and you've got it right there and you're looking at the person, you know, she probably didn't zoom in. She didn't want him to notice that she was doing this because he didn't notice because he has to look down to see where he's walking. They've had to zoom in and try to crop that image. Now, I did do that on one of my videos that says, how does law enforcement enhance this? And I just did a basic job and enhanced the person that I had walking on the bridge in that general area. Just to give an idea on this is what it looks like when you do zoom in, it becomes really pixelated. I mean, when I did it to that dude that I had out there playing the bridge guy, he looked like an alien when I got done with it, you know, after zooming in. So it was like, yeah, that's impossible. Okay. Yeah, but you got to remember the phone was moving.
I know you, Lenny Grasso. I know Lenny. And you know what, Lenny? You never gave me a call back, bro. That's why I never called you. That's why I never called you back when you said, no, I'll be home early tomorrow, man. Give me a ring, man. Let you know. Yeah, last I heard from you. You gotta stay on top of your game, Lenny.
Yeah.
When you say you're going to, man, you gotta do. See, man, I told Lenny about Fargo, man, and you know what Lenny did? He went and watched Fargo 1 and 2.
Yeah, I have not.
Yeah, and 2's good. Kristen, what's her name? Kristen Dunst.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, here, Wolf. He knows. Okay, hey, calm down, man.
Okay, Lisa, someone early on said there was a guy dressed in black. You know what? That came from a minor that was on one of the news videos. I think I added it in my Delphi Murders reenactment possibilities, the last one. That I added that clip in there. It was a minor who said that her friends had said that, and she was telling the news that. No merit to that at all, and apparently it was all bull because the guy wasn't dressed in all black.
You know, if I could follow up on that a little bit.
Yeah.
If you hear something like that and it's never discussed by law enforcement, it's probably just something online. I mean, if you see where I'm at. I mean, like if somebody hears that, then they'll go around, man, trying to find stuff out on a guy dressed in black. It's like if law enforcement didn't bring it to your attention, it probably holds zero merit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you hear from somebody online, they don't know anything because law enforcement didn't tell them. You know, it's like that being, I heard it was, well, man, how would they know? I mean, they're as clueless as everybody else, man. That's somebody out there making something up, getting others to believe it, and others, and other people believe it.
Yeah.
This is my word to everybody, everyone. If you hear it on Facebook, if somebody's on Facebook, if you read that, chances are it's a bunch of crap.
Yeah. Like the thing where everyone was saying, well, Abby worked at Pizza King in Florida. Well, yeah, she put that on her Facebook. The girl was 13 years old. She did not work at Pizza King in Florida. She just puts that on there. You know how anybody could put anything. You know, hell, I can go put that I'm NASA's top astronaut on my Facebook right now. Is anybody going to believe that? Maybe if I dress up like an astronaut.
If you dress up like an astronaut, it hit the news. And he now says he's an astronaut.
Man arrested for posing as astronaut. Yeah.
One giant step for mankind.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
he did. He had 2 of them, actually.
2 dogs.
Yep. And his wife said, oh, those are my babies. And very cute dogs. You know what? Actually, another thing on that, Alaska. I think it was 2 days ago, maybe 3. I traced the lady down that was a neighbor of Thomas's at Quail Run, where he last lived. And she had said to me, and this is the day before they raided his house, okay? But this is after the Catholic supply store sexual assault and homicide. That she went to go get her kids, like where, you know, they get off the bus in front of her house. She was standing out there. Her kids get off the bus, and he was out there walking the dogs, right? And she's like, he was so nice, so friendly. He came over, asked how we was doing. You know, he was just so polite. He was always that way. He was a great guy. And I mean, and that's what I hear from everybody that knew him. Everybody. He was a good guy. He was friendly. Super loving guy to his wife and friends. And there's just got to be a switch there. I mean, there has to be. There's the side he puts forward, and there's another dark side, man. And that's really weird, because that right there will go in a book.
Yeah, and movie.
That part will go in a book, because this guy right here, man, I mean, the guy I'm calling the suspect, and believe me, it is him. Where if it ever becomes a book or anything like that, there's going to be a lot to write on. Yeah. I need to copyright all my evidence. Yes. I'll be a bazillionaire because nobody could write the book without it. Remember that. Copyright that crap. So this is my evidence, and I copyright it. Think it.
Yeah. There you go. Lollipop wants to know if Thomas Bruce goes to Delphi often to be used to the bridge, to be able to walk on it as comfortable.
Like I said, the route between his place in St. Louis and his brothers in Fort Wayne. Now, I believe, and now this is just my thoughts, but I'm pretty sure of this. He always took the Hoosier Heartland route, and I think that he usually stopped at Monon High Bridge Trail. I mean, it became a place that he knew. You know, he knew that trail. It ain't big. I mean, look. If you're out there thinking this is some big, large trail, it ain't. It starts at Freedom Bridge and it ends at the Monon High Bridge. It's like a 1 mile walk. That's it on a trail. Halfway down, it splits into two that are about 30 feet, 30 yards across, and just travels down. It's not big. So I think that this is how it was. He knew that trail, and he knew the locals and the people around there did not know him. I think that was the reason that he headed there that day. That's the reason he waited that day. And that's just my thought right there. I think he went there because he thought, hey, if I'm going to do that, I don't want anybody to know who I am if they see me, which happened. It did happen like that. 46,000 tips, and the whole population of Carroll County is 20,000. Think about that. Think about that. That's over twice the population of Carroll County. And law enforcement's like, we feel he's between 18 and 40, lives, or worked it. And I'm like, no, he doesn't. No, it's Thomas Bruce, and you know it. You liar, and you know it is. And they do know. Believe me, right now, they all know who it is. So do I. And so do you if you watch my channel.
All right. Yeah, Charlie, I don't need any sleep. I mean, I wouldn't say I need any sleep. You know what? I actually took a nap earlier because I was really tired. No, I don't need any sleep. And Lynn, she's asking us could someone at the bar where Ron Logan was at knew he wasn't home and went there? No. We're too far away.
Oh. No.
In America is no. Does he drive a white SUV? Well, he kind of pointed that out in the last time that he did.
I don't know that. I mean, I want to say right now, I don't know. It's not like I'm not positive that that's his vehicle, but what I am saying is there's a white SUV outside of his house, right where he lived in 2012, because I went to 2012 Google Maps. Why can't they take his DNA? They already did. The FBI was there as soon as he was arrested in St. Louis and got his DNA. And directly after that, 1 month later, in an interview, Sheriff Lesenby said they sent their DNA off to Quantico right before Christmas. That was 1 month after his arrest. Would you like to know how that telephone call went? Carroll County? Yeah, you already know, don't you? All right. Well, you know you can't go talk to him, right? Yeah, we know. Okay. play stupid. We will. Welcome to the new direction, the Delphi briefing. We have some information that's going to cut, because it was all just BS. It was old stuff that they knew no longer mattered. And if anybody called up on it, it was deemed uninvestigatable. Ended it all because they already knew who did it. There it is. That's some truth that law enforcement don't want you to know. And you heard it right here from me. Don't forget my name. Wait,
Yeah.
What do I go by?
What do I go by?
Wait, I forget what I go by now. Is it Michael KATT, Michael J. KATT, is it Michael Stroop? Do I go by Stephen Dallas still? Man, I got a lot of names, people.
Dude.
Not one of them is real.
Dude.
Even Michael Stroop ain't real, man. I just made that up one day. Like,
okay, Sharon, we'll get to your question next. Charlie says, I'm asking, how long do both of you think the bridge guy was with the girls in total?
22 minutes, approximate.
Yep, that's where I said, 18 to 20 minutes. There it is. It was right in that area somewhere, and that's time from the end of the bridge, down the hill, to when he left them over there in that area on Ron Logan's property. And that's to you. Did they find a plastic bag of kill clothes under Bruce's trailer?
You know what? This is me, man. I mean, this is totally me, Sharon, because I'm not thinking that it went that way. I mean, kind of understand that if you're Thomas Bruce, you're the suspect, okay? Now you go commit that Catholic supply store sexual assault and homicide. You know you're going to be arrested. You know that's coming. There's no way out. I mean, there isn't. So, yeah, he was dressed like Bridge Guy, but why would he hide the clothes? They weren't after the clothes. They were after him. I mean, it's not like they would go to his house and he's not in those clothes and they go, sorry, you got the wrong guy. I ain't wearing that. You see where I'm at? I think that was something that he may have put things under the house, but I think that the plastic bag of clothes, I think that was in part theory that somebody said, because law enforcement never said that. It never came out that he had hid clothes under his house. But I think that what may have happened was that he may have had things from other crimes. I'm talking maybe Evansdale, Delphi, maybe something that he had filmed, anything like that he may have kept hidden from his wife that was under the house that they found. And that might be what they were searching under the house for, as they were searching the house and thereabouts to see what all was there. And that might be a reason that they was looking under it. But I think as for the clothes, it didn't matter. He knew when he did that, he was going to get caught. I know that, because that was one of my first thoughts is, why would he do that in his backyard? He knew he would be caught for that. There's no way out. I mean, he would know.
Yeah.
And I think at that point, he didn't care. He didn't care, man. I mean, he was on a bad run. I think he was very frightened of what was coming.
Because of the DNA.
Because the ancestral DNA and CC more. I think once that hit home and he's like, yeah, they're going to be knocking at my door. I'm going to go do what I'm going to do right now, because I'm going to go out my own way. And I think that's how I felt about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There it is. Lenny's got some more movies for you.
Oh, yeah?
It says, apologize for not calling.
It's cool. And I was waiting the next day, man. Okay, you know what? I see why. I need to scroll over here. Sorry, people, because I've been looking at the same comments forever. There we go. It's all good, Lenny. It's good. Give me a message sometime, man. We'll chat. He's from Jersey, man. They're right out there.
Cool. Man, it's so cool that everybody's from everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
All over the United States, from Australia, China, Germany, Ireland, all the way to, to Delphi and Kokomo.
Hey, a couple of people have reached me from Jersey. There's, let's see, New Mexico, Arizona, Kentucky, Tennessee, South Carolina, Florida, Michigan. Yeah. We do. We got a lot of people from a lot of areas, and that is cool, because I'm not really traveling anymore, but I will again one day. But it's really cool to talk to people from all over. It really is.
Yeah. Lily, to answer your question about the donations thing, it is for the Bobby Mackey's
They
trip.
tell her?
It's about $50. I checked it last night. It's about $50 away from that. Okay, and then I'll be there. Oh wow, look at everybody else. Look where they're all from.
Edmonton, yeah, Alberta. Cool.
Wow, that's so cool.
And you know, I want to throw this out that Canada is such a great nation. I understand the the political differences, but it's just that the people up there, and it's just like in America. I mean, you look at other countries where they talk about America, it's like they think everybody's here is rich and snotty. My ass, if you go to any country, if American goes
broke and hillbilly,
you're going to be treated like crap. American, blah, blah, blah. A person from another country comes here and it's like, oh man, that's so cool that you're from, because America just loves everybody. And we do. I mean, if you're from any country in the world and you come to America, man, we're like, hey, man, this is, because that's how we are. But, man, you go to another country, they're all like, man, bloody American. Like, we're sitting here just being pieces of shit. It's like, yeah, fuck you, man. Eat a dick. I hate that, man. I really do. And, I mean, I do. I mean, I really respect everybody from, like, every other country. Because there's a lot of great people out there, and it don't make crap what your government is. It does not mean anything toward the people of that country. Thank you, society.
Cool.
Watch your channel. You know that.
Cool. All right. Thank you very much, Mama Bear, for the donation. I will send that to him as well. I seen that in there, the note. Got it. Cool.
Okay. I'll take that if you don't mind.
Yep. Go ahead.
All right. No. Hang on. I got to breathe. Okay. This is going to be the bazillionth time explaining this. They can't do anything. I mean, they got the DNA and they say, that's his. We know that. We know this guy did it. He looks like the sketch. He's our guy. That's our man. But the thing is he's in a St. Louis jail for first-degree murder. He's facing life behind bars without parole. For first-degree murder, 15 other felony counts that go along with that, with sodomy included. So the thing is because he's got a public defender, just like Daniel Nations did in Colorado when they went out to talk to Daniel Nations, public defender's like, no, I represent him. And guess what? You are not talking to him. Have a nice day. So they cannot go down and talk to him. Now, if they was just to say, well, we got his DNA and he did it. Now everybody knows. They'll be like, well, what did he have to say? Oh, we ain't talked to him. Well, how do you know he did? Well, we got his DNA. So you called this together, say you got his DNA and you think he did it? Because all the cops could do is talk about their investigation. They're not going to tell you about their investigation. So until his current trial ends in October of 2020, that's his jury trial, that's when they'll be able to go down and talk to him. And that, after they talk to him, is when they'll file murder charges on Evansdale and Delphi. If you believe it's different than that, it's probably because you watch TV. But that is not the true facts of how law works. They can't go talk to him, and they are not pressing those charges until at which time they can speak with the man first. Get his information, hell, man, maybe even try for a confession. I'm not even sure which way they're going to try for that, but they're not going to do anything until they can talk to him. And that will not be until about January of 2021. That's when it will all come out. You got about a year and a half ahead of you. And that time, everybody can ramble, talk, discuss, theorize, woo-woo-woo. But at that time, everybody's going to go, he was right.
Mm-hmm.
It's correct again. And I'm there in that little golden puddle, me and Wolf, bathing in it, bathing in the golden glory. Well, because Wolf helped. Wolf definitely helped me. I mean, GREENO helped too, but GREENO's just not on that side of things. He likes to hold off.
Okay, how long does it take to get DNA processed from bones? You know what? I wouldn't know that, and I don't even know if he would know that. But
Yes,
that it's going to be. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a scientist, so I really don't know. I mean,
if I may take that.
Yep, go ahead.
If it was from just bone, like the outer bone, like the skeletal part of the bone, they can't get DNA out of that. But what really holds the DNA in a bone is the marrow, and the marrow is a great place because it's wrapped within it's sheltered by the bone. But if you got bone marrow, you can definitely extract DNA. Now, this is how they can take a 10,000-year-old Neanderthal skeleton that was found in a cave and extract DNA. And they can look at that DNA because it's inside of that bone. So bone is a great place for DNA to be kept. I know this. I took genetics, quantitative, and Mendelian. I know what I'm talking about. I'm a scientist.
Scientist. I'm an astronaut.
Wait. You know what? A person goes to college 8 years. They're a doctor of science. I've been studying science since I was 8. I don't care what you call me, but don't call me an unscientist because I'll be kicking your ass. I'm science as it goes. Yeah, well, the right of a speedy trials if he wants one. Understand, the one thing that my suspect does not want is a speedy trial.
Exactly.
Hey, I want to be wrapped up in 39 days. You're guilty. Bye. Wait. He don't
time out, dude. Control Alt Delete.
Yeah, he wants his lawyer in there fighting every damn minute, man, dude. Fight everything. Don't let him get crap in there. He don't want a trial. That's one thing that he does not want. He don't care if that thing goes 5 years if he's going to get off, but he ain't. He's going to be doing life without parole. I'll tell you that now.
You know what, Chris? So you're saying that you're glad that we do this or whatever. We should do it more. We definitely, we just didn't know how until today. Finally figured it out. You know,
I didn't. I just kind of hopped in and said, "Hey, you got to figure it out, right on." Yeah, that was on his side. But you know what? Let me jump in on this real quick, because by doing this is actually better than what we did when we recorded our conversations.
It is.
Because now it's like face to face where we can converse and people could be right there to ask. I mean, it really embedders that completely.
Yeah. Okay, so I think this stuff here that they're talking about, Amanda Carmack, have you looked into that much?
Me?
Yeah.
No, not at all. Okay,
then I'll answer this one. Yes, Amanda Carmack has asked for an attorney. She's the girl over in Gas City that had killed the stepmom that had killed the stepdaughter. And yeah, she originally went in there and said, I don't need an attorney. I'm going to represent myself. She had already confessed in a police interview that she had done it. She went in there and confessed to that. Now she's realizing that, crap, I have no idea what I'm doing. No matter what you think, ladies and gentlemen, taking something to trial, representing yourself, probably not a good idea, especially a murder trial, because there's a lot of things that you don't know about that kind of situation that the prosecutor knows because they're attorneys and we're not, So yeah, she has asked for an attorney, and I was actually in the process of making a video update on that I was going to air because a lot of people are interested in that.
I will take a quick a sentence on this.
Go ahead.
One person that represented themselves in a murder trial was Ted Bundy. Need I say more? He got the chair, people. He's that guy that represented himself in a murder trial. Yeah, and then he's all like, oh, shit, man, they're sending me to old Sparky, dude. And maybe I should have got an attorney. Maybe I should have spent a little cash.
On the way to the chair. Is it too late to ask for an attorney?
Oh, there it is. Holland Park. He wasn't a lawyer. He had taken law school, and I forget how many years. But I mean, he wasn't like in the bar or anything like that. But I mean, even the judge said that. I mean, like he did do a good job. I mean, he represented some parts well. But the thing is I mean, like with what he was hit for, there ain't no way he could get out of that. He couldn't represent that and go, yeah, that don't belong to me. You just can't. And he was standing up there in some parts really looking like an idiot if you watch that trial. They're all like, God, dude. And you're sitting up there defending yourself? Man, you're a monster is what you are.
He's like, leave me alone.
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you think Thomas Bruce pled not guilty to current charges? Well, that's a standard thing.
Yeah.
Whenever you want to go to trial or whenever you ask for attorney, an automatic plea of not guilty is entered on your behalf by the judge. It becomes a formal plea after 20 days after the plea is entered by the judge. And I don't think that law enforcement's making us feel scared at all around here. Do you?
Do what? I'm
law
sorry.
enforcement?
What?
It says, being local, can you confirm that law enforcement are not making the community feel scared?
Well, no, I don't know, man. Look, if I look at Evansdale as an example, those people out there, even to this day, man, is like, they got that thing set up for our missing girls. I mean, now they're upping the reward money because those people are like, look, we want this guy. We want him brought in. Now, Delphi, on the other hand, I don't get that vibe from them. And I'm not saying that it isn't there in their minds, because it is there. But for some reason, Delphi's like way more content. They're way more like, well, they'll get him, whereas Evansdale's like, we want this man. We want him here. And not only that, we realize that we're not a death penalty state, but we want this man to die. I mean, they are adamant about that. And I don't know why it isn't like that with Delphi, because look, this is why me and him really got into it right off the go. This is Delphi, Indiana. This isn't a big city.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a big city where something like that could happen. This is a little bitty spot in the road, right in the middle of Indiana. Little hill dunk, little bitty town, 3,500 people is where it happened. And I'm like, wow. Thought 2 days, man. This guy's nailed, man.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I thought.
It's like, what?
Yeah, and you know what? That's the first thing I thought was when I found out they was releasing that picture of the guy, I was right there in Delphi, and I'm like, oh man, dude, you know what? Gotta go to the press conference. And so like they showed that picture, and I'm like, because I was thinking, I for sure is gonna know who this is. For sure. Oh yeah. Hey Lacey, we'll see you. We'll see you later.
Good night.
Yeah, I was like, for sure I'm going to know who this is. And looking at that, I'm like, I don't know who that is, man. So let's see here. Has anyone looked into which covens or groups of Indiana BG possibly returned to the old stomping grounds, hangouts back in the day? You know what? That is a very good possibility, Paul, that Bridge guy had hung out back in the day around that area or had been there multiple times prior. I firmly believe that the Bridge guy, or whoever you want to call it, has been there before. Not the first time that the person had ever been there before. For sure, I would say.
Yeah, and because me and Greeno had covered that when we had went out there. I mean, it's like when you see the direction and the travel and the way that he did it, it's like, yeah, this guy was familiar. It wasn't his first time there. And I mean, it just showed. And I mean, we talked to Sheriff Lesenby about that, and he was in agreement. It's like, yeah, it does look like the guy knew the area. And yeah, we like as far as the guy being local, yeah, maybe. Because, really off the go, that's what it amounted to and looked like. But we knew that the guy knew the trails. I mean, it was just clear when you walk it that this wasn't this guy's first time there. He understood the trail, the system, the way it went, everything, where to take him, how to get out, the whole nine.
So where the most secluded area was.
The what?
Where the most secluded area was to take him.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was away from my side of the trail and the bridge.
Yeah, and okay, and so something that people have been asking me is like, well, law enforcement said it was a half mile away or a quarter mile away from the bridge. No, it's not. You know what I mean? Like, it's just right there is what I was trying to tell them. Like, it's not far away at all.
Okay, you have a good evening, Incognito Society, and it was fantastic for you to be here, man. Really like it when you show up. It brings a good crowd. It really does.
Yeah.
Yes, we are. Oh, yes, we are. Oh, yeah, we are.
Death penalty state? Yes, we are.
Yes,
yeah,
we are, and
Yeah,
we're
we're-
the only one that can seek death for the suspect, because Iowa isn't, and Missouri isn't going with death. They're going for life behind bars without parole. So when he comes here, we're the only one that can go, guess what, dude? We're seeking old Sparky. You know, because that's the only thing that's going to put any fear in you, because you're going to be doing life without parole down there unless we put you to death. See what I mean? We're the only thing that could, we're the only state that could give him death for that.
Yeah, and I'm glad about that. And I think that we will.
You know what? I kind of believe maybe a little different.
What, you think it's going to be if you admit?
Yeah. You know why? Because all they want is that admission so that they can say, we got the guy. You know what I mean? Hey, you tell us everything, woo, 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 so on, so on, so on. We might go life without parole, and you'll do that in Missouri anyway. What do you say? Mm-hmm. And that's usually the way they play it, because the one thing the new prosecutor is going to want is just that little guilty. So, in fact, he could go in and say, yeah, guilty of sin. What is it? Okay. I mean, I done pled like life without parole. There it is. Bye. And that we won't even hear a damn thing about it. That could happen.
Yeah. I would like to see public hanging from the bridge.
Okay, but there is only one way to get a public hanging. And do
we know how that
went down? How did they do that again? 250 what? I mean, do we need horses?
And masks?
Do we need horses and masks for this? That's how it happened last time.
Sheriff, you're going to give the prison keys.
No, I'm not. What about?
Yeah, you are.
No, my name's Mr. Mabbit, pal.
Mr. Mabbit. Let's go find a Mr. Mabbit.
Yeah.
Let's go grab my
Mabbit. We got work for you.
I just need you to say these things, Uncle. You know? Why am I doing this? Is this some sort of mob lynch?
Hey, I wrote and told him about it. Thomas Bruce. I mean, I told him the whole story of everything. I told him all of it, man. I copied it verbatim, right? All that. Man, this is a story. Just letting you know. Here's a picture of him hanging. If you don't believe me, you know, when you get to Carroll County, it's going to be pretty helly out there. You might somebody to talk to. Keep me on visitation. Just kind of play it along, man. Get that visitation in there.
Yeah. Yeah, visitation.
Are you feeling a little nervous there, Mr. Man? Because outside they're hanging like ropes up and they're not cool, dude.
Do you like the name Bridge Guy?
You know what? That would be a question I would ask. You know what? I will in my next letter to him. I'll address it. Bridge Guy. How you doing?
Bridge Guy. Beej.
Beej. Hey, what up, Beej?
Beej.
You know what? Okay, hang on, because really, I mean, when we just sit here and start getting like a little lighthearted about that, we really shouldn't, because I mean, we do understand the dynamics of that, and we're not really poking fun toward the crimes that had happened or anything like that. I want people to know that what we're doing is we're just kind of having a little with the name like Bridge Guy concerning the suspect, but you know, we're not poking fun at the crimes that were committed.
Right. Let's see. There it is. There's a good question. True Texan. Why did Bridge Guy leave Libby's cell phone? Had to know they had a cell phone, and it could have been evidence against him on it. Definitely not a very bright criminal. You know what? I firmly believe did not see it, because you're looking down walking. I think that she was trying to conceal that, not trying to be like, oh, hey, look, man, I'm recording you with the phone, you know, like put it in her pocket, tried to hide it from him so it would capture audio, because I'm sure the first thing he would have said was, you know what, turn that off, you know, or give it here, or motion, you know, give it here, something like that, and then took it, you know. So I don't think that he realized that the phone was there.
Yeah, I'm the same. I think that when he was walking up, when she put that on video record, and I don't know, you know, but I mean, it was faced toward him, and that was probably so that it would capture, you know, what he looked like. And then I think she stuck it in her top or in her waistband, something like that, because she didn't want him to know that it was recording him. Now, everybody, for the most part, carries a cell phone, aside of me. Everybody has a cell phone. So if he's over there and she's got a cell phone that's in her waistband or whatever, well, he's not really thinking about that. I mean, he ain't thinking, oh, that's on record and it's recording me. I mean, it was just a cell phone. You see where I'm at?
Mm-hmm.
And that might have been the thing. But I mean, like when we look back at this, we're looking back at a murder. You know, when he's looking at it, he's committing that, but he's not thinking that that cell phone recorded. You know, you see where I'm at? If he had seen that it was pointed at him, that may have been different. But it's pretty clear that he did. He couldn't have.
Right. Let's see. So there, I'm just playing the him walking.
Yeah. Yeah, that's beige. It is, man.
I mean, the head down, hands in the pockets thing. Yeah, that's pretty convincing right there.
It is. If he had a hat on and a blue jacket, you'd go, holy crap, it's Bridge Guy. The only difference is his clothes. He don't have the jacket or the hat on. If he did, bam, Bridge Guy right there. Just like that.
Right. Now, okay, so what about the pocket right there? It's talking about a pocket, the supposed handgun in the pocket. What do you think about that? That does look like there's something there.
You know, it is. And there is something there. But here's my take on it. My suspect had handguns. He had a holster. He could carry. I think that right there on the brown thing is a holster. But now look, he was out there for hours on that trail. And I'm pretty clear on this. I believe fully that he was drinking. And I believe that he had a bottle with him so that he could stay pretty intoxicated. I think that he probably had that in his jacket pocket, because who's going to carry a pistol in their jacket pocket where you can see it like that if you had a holster? Nobody. Nobody's going to walk around with the thing where you can clearly see the bulge of showing a pistol when he could have it in his holster right here below his coat and cover that, and nobody would even see the holster. You see where I'm at?
Right.
Now, when he's heading over that way and he pulls that up where they can see it, yeah, maybe. But like when he was that lady and all that, man, that was covered. He didn't want anybody to know he had a weapon. And it was easy just to pull his jacket down. You ain't going to see he had it in his holster right there.
Right. Right.
See what I mean? So, I mean, I don't know, but I believe that probably what's in his jacket pocket right there was probably alcohol. It could have been something else, maybe a different tool. But I think that right there, the brown thing is the holster, and I think that that's where the handgun was. And that was probably the Glock 43 or the Sig Sauer, one or the other. In fact, if I was going to order the autopsy for Jamie Schmidt so I could see what weapon was used, but I'm pretty sure that's under gag order. They don't want anybody to know, because that would be the same weapon, most likely, that he had carried in Evansdale and Delphi alike.
Right. Wow. Is Indiana an open carry state? I think we are, aren't we?
Every state is an open carry state. There is not a state within the United States where I cannot take a weapon of whatever kind I want, shove that in a holster right here, and just walk around with it. Cop come up and say, hey, man, you got a permit to carry? I go, dude, I got a Second Amendment that shall not be infringed. Do you fucking have a problem with that? You need to go, because I get very bitter. I got a right. You are not taking money from me to say I can carry when I can breathe, pal. Now you better take your treasonous ass on. God, I hate cops, man. Treasonous. Revenue collecting. Man, they burn me, man. I don't like cops. I don't like a cop out there. There is no good cop. If you think they are, you have been programmed. You are a sad, sad slave. Know that. I'll be back, man. I need a Dr. Pepper for my troubles.
Okay. Bring up your amendment right, and they will leave you alone. Not always, but You do have rights. Who is Scott LaFond? I don't know who Scott LaFond is. Does anybody know who Scott LaFond is? Is he supposedly around here in Delphi or something? I have no idea who that is.
Scott LaFond?
Yeah, Scott LaFond. Who's that?
I don't know.
Yeah,
probably a person of interest. I would imagine, though.
Everybody's a person of interest.
I was a person of interest. GREENO was a person of interest. They didn't get our DNA. Who said no?
Holman.
No, you will not. Wait, was Holman a suspect?
Holman said tips were coming on him.
Okay, who could look at Bridge Guy and go like, Holman's big? Oh, yeah, hey, Holman. Man.
Holman.
See, when Holman kicked us out of the church, man, I'm like, oh, man, look, my dad's a preacher. Please don't let it get out that I got kicked out of a church. Holman kind of snickered at that, but that was a sad day, man. Got kicked out of a church, people. There he is, X2 Melandy.
Andy, hey, what's up, man? You know what? He's the whole reason. These. Remember?
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah, I got mine right there. It's still in charge, man. Love that. Love the camera, man. That has got like so much good video, man, for like the last couple of years.
Yes, dude. Those cameras, the best. Yeah, I am so glad that you turned us on to that because that is freaking awesome. Yeah, like, dude, those changed the game.
You know what? He told me about it, that you had told him about it. And I had the money, and I'm like, well, what is it, man? I think what did you get a hold of him, or did you have it like on something where he had wrote you?
No, he had posted a video at the cemetery in Delphi, and like while he was pulling around, he zoomed way up in from one side of the cemetery to the other onto a little sign, and I'm like, dude, look at that. You can read that sign from where he's at. You know, and I'm like, hey, what kind of camera do you use? And he sent the link, and I was like, dude, look at this.
What I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because you went and found that link and you go, this is what it is right here. And I went and looked it up and I'm like, I'm buying it. And I mean, we got it then. He got it. Yeah, it's a great camera. He has served us a good one, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and you know what? Yeah, about the batteries and chargers. You know what? I'm going to be down south here in like this weekend or something like that. Would like to meet up with you. If you want to meet up, I can grab those and bring them up here. Are we going to have a call-in show sometime? You know what? I don't have a phone number, you know, so I just strictly use the computer and like Facebook calls, but I don't know. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say that's what I do. I have them like send their number and then I just call them off the computer. But it goes, correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, like when somebody calls and it's like on a live show, it sounds really good just when they call in.
Wow.
That's what you should do, man. Just have them email you or me, and then we can take that number, call, bam, and it's almost like being here with us.
Cool. Cool. And you know what? It looks like that we can also put 3 people in the video as well on here. Unless now this thing has like upgrades or whatever where I can buy it, you know, and then I can put logos in the top corner instead of powered by StreamYard, overlays, different things like that. It's got a lot of other stuff. I have to look into this program a little more. But okay, use the Google Voice thing. You know what? Yeah, I've thought about that. We've been calling people, like he said, off the computer. But I mean, I'm not opposed to trying it sometime. We could have like a call-in show where you guys call in and ask questions. Now, the thing that we had a problem with in the past with these call-in things is someone will call, ask a question, and then every time that we say something, try to continue asking questions. And it draws on their conversation for 15, 20 minutes when other people are trying to get in to call us. So it's like we really should do it more like a radio station does, where you call in, you ask the question, and then they get your question, and then they hang up, and you're listening to them on the radio answer you. You know what I mean? Because they don't want to sit there and rebuke, like a rebuttal each time, everything you say. And it's fair because other people get time to, call in and talk to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, donations for phone equipment. You know what? Donations is what makes this channel and my channel and his channel. That's what really helps us get all this stuff. Those cameras and different things like that.
I got a mixer board.
Yeah. You know what?
But that was given to us by Derek the Lamb.
Derek the Lamb.
Derek the Lamb. He says, dude, here, this belongs to you.
There it is. Derek the Lamb.
Hey, that looks like mine.
The mixer board.
You see, with the mixer board, man, I mean, that did, man, when we first hooked that up, a person could call, we could patch him in, turn that up, man, talk to him live, bam, go right to the next call. That was good. And I don't know what happened. I have no clue what happened to that. It just one day didn't work no more for some reason. Like, man, maybe I got it mixed up. Maybe they, I don't know. Yeah. Derek, look at that or something like that. Make the haters mad. Man, if I got any haters, and this is some truth, man. When I get somebody to blast me with a stupid comment and this and that, bing, I take a photo thing of that, man, a screenshot of that comment. Because when me and Wolf is sitting and we're in that little golden pond, we want everybody to see their comments. Want everybody to see their name. It's what we want. Oh my God, Michelle Rivera.
You know what, Michelle? I didn't go on there and check that.
Oh.
You know what? I'll go do it right now. I'm doing it now. Give me just a second. I'm going to go look and find you and make sure that you're not blocked on here. All right. I'm not sure how you got blocked on your like account or whatever, but I don't know. Maybe it was an accident because sometimes, okay, when you're trying to click block on somebody, when you click on those little three dots, the messages are coming up so fast that you'll click on one, but it'll be the wrong one.
I've done it.
I've
done the same thing.
So, okay. So Bill's got a question for you and it's on the screen right now.
You know what? The other day, me and a friend of mine went over and hit the far ridge, man. It belonged to a guy. I had to talk to him last year. He had planted some back there about like 15 years ago is what he told me. And I'm like, what? Wow. So, man, yeah, I don't want to go out and, take your ginseng. It was the first time I had met the guy, but everybody I know knows him. He just lives right across the Wildcat from me. So he's like, you know what? You stop over someday. When I'm there, you can go back and pick it all. Really? Man, dude, you're the nicest man ever. So we went over there, man, met him, and he's like, yeah, just go on back in there. Yeah, just walk out. You'll find it. He didn't even know what it looked like, the guy did. Man, we went in there, and we pulled. Hang on, man. You know what? If you don't mind, just give me a second. I'll show you what we got real quick. This was in one trip.
Okay, there you go. Ivy, you're on there.
So we got like a bunch of root, I mean, this was mainly from his, and I got a couple bags here. Another one, I mean, but this has like all the leaf and everything on it. But yeah, anyway, this year, but I got well over a pound. So probably just going to go and sell that. But yeah, the ginseng honey, it's been good. It has served well. Thank you for asking.
This is awesome. Okay. Do you think they've interviewed the killer? Can they prosecute it? Can they be prosecuted? I don't know what you mean by that, Lynn. Okay, there it is. Here's a good question for you off Delphi. What do you do for fun, Mike? Seen when you...
Yeah, I read that. I didn't know how to answer. What do I do for fun?
Like panning gold and stuff. Okay, nature, I would say.
Yeah, exactly. I got a trail cam. I hike. I take Wolf out. I go out. I watch nature all day. Seriously, that is what I do. I'm in the woods as often as I'm inside. I pan gold. You know, I mean, like I got gold panning stuff. I go down to the run, down to the Wildcat. Just pan gold, hunt ginseng. Just do outside stuff is what I do for fun. That and investigate.
Mm-hmm.
That's my whole thing. Go out and enjoy nature, investigate online. That is it. That's my fun.
Yeah. And you want to know what I do for fun?
I don't tell them because it involves making babies.
Yeah. I am.
I'm good, man.
I make videos. That's what I like to do. I like to edit videos. That's like my fun right there. Those bridge videos when I go out to these bridges and stuff like that and film like the cool bridges that I see, the places that we're going, you know, different things like that, filming it, making a video out of it. That is so fun to me. It is so fun to go out and film things. And like him and I was talking about, dude, the best thing in the world is to go out there and just film things as we're, you know, checking it out. You know what I mean? Like travel the world filming.
If I may, GREENO is the best editor. And I was telling him that yesterday. I said, I mean, if I was making something, and you know, I said I would take it to him because seriously, man, the way that he films, the way that he edits, he's got it all up here. I mean, the guy is phenomenal at it, and you know what? That is one of the reasons why we make such good videos, is because the way that he puts that together and edit it, it just brings everything together. And together, we have made some very good videos. I mean, when I look back at some of them, I'm just like, you know, it's our videos, but it's just like so well done by him, man.
It's because it's fun. You know what I mean? It's like you really gotta, and that's the thing is like when we're doing things, and a lot of people like if you don't know me and we just get together and we're gonna make a video, I will sometimes be like, okay, I want you to do this. I want you to like turn to the side and I want you to like look this way, but I want you to look mean. Okay. You'll probably be like, why? You know, I feel stupid. But he knows,
yeah.
Like, and I go with what he says too when he's like, okay, dude, I want you to stand here and do this or walk this way and do that. There's no question to it anymore. It's like I don't even have to say why, because I already know that you're seeing it in your head before and you already know what you want it to look like.
He does. Yeah, I mean, that's what I said. And that's why I say, like, when we go out there, it's like, yeah, man, set this up the way that you want to film it, because he already knows how he's going to edit. And I love that. So I'm like, dude, how are you going to set that up, man? Well, let's go with it. Because in the end, I've never been disappointed. You know, not ever. When we was doing the sweeps, God, man, we had so much fun doing that, man. The way we film the stuff, the way we edit. I mean, all of that in the end, man, a lot of the stuff that we did came out. Now, me, on the other hand, if I wanted to sit down and really go through some long hours, and I mean, like, I'm not that kind of an editor to his, you know, level, but it's just that, man, I get bored and I hate editing. I'm just like, click, yeah, you know what, that'll do. And I just keep going, man. So it's like, it's got the information, but the material is like, it's rather, you know, the editing's bland, man. I ain't no editor.
But you can't
be an editor.
You can be. I was just going through one of your older videos, like where you took some serious time on it. And I'm like, okay, that right there. Yeah, dude, I can tell that he sat down and did that for like a couple days.
Yeah. You know? If I sat down and was going to do it, and will I? No. If I got a video I'm going to do, man, I'll pump that out in about 3 hours. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, add a transition here, an effect there, blah, blah, blah. Done.
Mm-hmm.
That's me.
Yeah.
But, okay. But when me and him film, see, like, we'll go out there. We'll set the cameras up, like at all angles, every time that we stop. We'll film, we'll get the voice, we'll film each other, we'll set it up as we walk, and he'll do all that because he knows how he's going to edit it. Mm-hmm. And I mean, like, everything comes together on that. And again, that's part of the quality of, like, the videos we used to make.
Yeah. So, yeah, Bill Albertson. Okay, so Bill says, I met GREENO at a gas station, Lafayette, cool guy. Okay, let me tell you how that worked. So I was getting ready for work. I was working for this company, and I was over there at the gas station right there on 52 and 25 when you come into Lafayette, right? That first gas station that you get to. And I'm standing outside drinking my cup of coffee, getting ready for the morning. I think I got my phone plugged into the charger, waiting on my ride to get there. And so this guy walks past me. He goes in the store. He comes back out, and he goes, "Are you from Delphi?" And I'm like, "Yeah." "Why?" He goes, "Are you the bounty hunter?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "GREENO, right?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "Hey, man, I watched your guys' YouTube channel." I was like, "Oh, man, that's cool, dude." It was Bill Albertson. That's so cool. You know, it's cool when people recognize you like that when you go places. It makes you feel cool.
You know what? Yes and no. I had a guy who did that at the Dollar General when I was over there, and he's like looking at me down the way, and he's kind of looking at me, and I'm like, did a double take on like, man, that guy's like looking at me and shit.
He's gonna kill me, dude.
Well, but no, I mean, I wasn't thinking like YouTube at all. You know, I'm thinking like, man, that guy keeps like looking down here at me for some reason, and I'm standing there by myself, you know. And then the guy starts walking up, and I'm looking at him like, you know what, man, you know, do you make videos? Yeah. Why, man? Oh, I seen one, man. Yeah, and I'm like, oh, okay. All right, cool, man. Right. Yeah, good to meet you, man. I was a little shook up because I didn't know what he was looking at, you know. Like I thought, like, man, this guy might have a problem or something. Hell, man, he might be bridge guy. You know, I mean, I don't know.
Guy.
Yeah, this is like about a year ago, but yeah, that was a different one.
Makes you wonder how many people are looking at you going, he might be bridge guy. You know?
Check it out, man. The one time, and this goes back about just over a month ago, I was hitchhiking back from Kokomo. It's about like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, right? So I'm out there on 22, man, heading west. And some guy had drove by in a truck, and I seen him, and it looked like a friend of mine, right? Mm-hmm. As he pulled back around, he's like, "Oh, Kat." And I'm like, and when he pulled up and I started to get in, because I thought he was this other friend, I'm like, I don't know you, man. I said, how do you know who I am? I watch your videos. Get in, dude. I'll give you a ride. Then I'm going to tell him. You know, I was like, yeah, I met him. Man, he lived over in Burlington. I was like, yeah, really cool, man. Appreciate it. You know?
Yeah.
And it is cool when somebody comes up and meets you like that. But it's, I mean, again, it depends because, I mean, if somebody's looking at me, I always take it in a different way at first until they tell me why anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that too. When they start telling you all the stuff, it's like, oh, dude, I watched this video, blah, 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 blah. Or I've had people that I didn't even know, you know, that I was sitting there and talking to, and like the Delphi thing would come up. And they would sit there and they'd be like, oh, dude, you know what, man, there's this video on YouTube that I watched. Let me show you. And they go to it, and it's your video. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, dude, I know who that is. You know, it's, yeah, I was there, you know.
I helped edit that. Believe it or not.
Yeah, I was there for that video. Look, there I am right there. There's my arm, you know. It's pretty cool when people do that, though.
And my chat left. What happened?
What do you mean? You must have clicked something?
Oh, there it is. Hold it. Yeah, well, no, it just left, and it only had private, but then it popped back up. Live comments.
Wow, okay. Private chat. That's cool. Wow, that's cool. So let's see. We got 73 people watching. How many people have clicked that like button? Anybody know?
I would. Well, that was probably already answered. Not nothing. That was from back, but I mean, I'm sure it was answered.
Florida, Indiana. Oh,
yeah, I've done that so many times. I have Florida. I mean, if you say Florida, people go like, really? And then, you know, like it was Florida. I've had it happen just in conversation. That's because people had that same thing. They hear Florida, they think Florida.
Yeah. Yeah. So 63 likes. All right. Let's see if we can get up to 70 likes, ladies and gentlemen. And share this to your social media page, like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, wherever you're going to share it to. Share it. You know, get people over here to subscribe. We don't need that many more subscribers on this channel.
People need to know the name.
Yeah. WKAT.
Well, he is a kind man.
873 subscribers. Let's see that go up.
Except today. Today, I made murder occur. I did. I killed I killed a dude that was messing with the king's chickens. Had to take him out. Man, anybody ever see Dictator? Did anybody ever see that movie?
Yeah, we watched that down there at Nate and Ashley's.
Well, I was just meant more in general. I mean, I know you did. Take him out. Take out the king's chicken eater.
Okay, here's a good question. Lynn says, I saw you go across the creek, but did you go up the hill 50 yards from the water? Yeah, you know what? And we did do that. We've done that in multiple ways. I went across the creek and went over there to that area and got up on Ron's property. And then me and him and Tony walked around the bridge from the north side, past the deer stand, over to the cemetery, and then down into the area where they were found. And you can see that on the WKAT Explores the Delphi Murders crime scene with Tony. You'll see us walk all the way through that area.
That is a really good video, and it's like about an hour long.
Yeah.
And I went, and that was probably a couple weeks ago, because it was like recommended over on the side by WKAT. And I'd sit there and watch it because, again, the editing, the way it was put together, and there's a lot of information in there that we cover when we're talking. And you get to see the whole trail, literally the whole trail, like all the way up to the bridge, across the bridge. They're going down the hill, down to the car path, to the other side, to Ron Logan's, the trip back that GREENO made, all of it is there. A lot of information. So what is the name of that one? It's
WKAT. Hold on. I'm looking it up right now. Let me just go ahead and pull it over here on the big screen so you guys can see this. So this is WKAT, and when you scroll down here, it's right here. Delphi. WKAT explores the Delphi murders crime scene.
Yeah.
Right there. So that right there video it's absolutely, like, it's amazing. And it's got like a split camera for three different ways. So we got Tony's GoPro that's on his head. We got Kat's camera. We've got my camera. And it's really cool looking. We do map overlays on here to show you guys like the routes that we had traveled. Very, very cool thing to actually do. You know, like I'm just glad that we're here and we're able to go through there and, you know, make videos like that where we can actually go to the crime scene and do it. You know, it just happens to, it's good that we're here because we can actually give them the footage that no one else really can, you know?
KATT server. I spent 12 years of my life hitchhiking America and hopping trains. 12 years. And yeah. I have no regrets at all. Because at that time, man, I was out seeing America. I was young. I was an alcoholic. I mean, don't take me wrong. There was a reason why I was hitchhiking America, because I didn't want to be around everybody and I just wanted to go drink. There it was. But I had a great time. I really did. I got to see pretty much everything in America. Now, today, people like get chills about it because they think that absolutely everybody's a serial killer. You throw your thumb out and you'll be dead before you hit the end of the block. Probably not true at all. I mean, in 12 years, I only had one guy ever pull a gun on me. I was in his car and he pulled a gun and he wanted all my money. And I'm like, dude, I got like $12 and I need it for alcohol. For the love of God. Here, man. Here you go. You know? I mean, I was trying to be a little pissy with him because I didn't want him to think like, hey, man, I got a gun. You know, you start acting frightened, man, that motherfucker will go kill you. I mean, that's the way people are, man. But yeah, he was a white guy, man. He picked me up in Missouri and he dropped me in Tulsa, Oklahoma. He gave me a ride to where I was going, but he didn't want to drop me off right there until he could get lost. He took me out of the state that he did that in. I didn't say another word after that. After I handed it to him, man, I got out and I'm like, peace, buddy. Wham! Fucking left. But I mean, that was the only guy that ever did anything. He took me for $12.
Yeah.
Could have killed me. Maybe. Possibly.
Yeah. And you know what? I never had an issue when I was hitchhiking around. Like I hitchhiked from here to Colorado, and back, and also down in South Carolina. It to me, it was the best thing that I ever could have done because it really made me experience some things. You know, like first off, I learned how to survive on my own with nothing but a backpack. Two, I came across some of the coolest people that I've ever met, and I got to see everything that I wanted to see because I was on no set schedule to do anything.
Exactly.
You know, I could go do what I wanted. You know what it's like? You know what, man?
Whatever.
The Grand Canyon.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And it's cool. And you learn, you see those people that are doing the same thing that you are.
There's a lot of people out there hitchhiking America to go see stuff.
Oh, yeah, all over the
place. They're all out there. And for the most part, all good people. When people see a hitchhiker, man, they'll swerve over into the other lane and go around him. And it's like, do you think I'm an H-bomb? You know, why are you swerving into the other lane? Because I got a thumb out. If I was just walking, you go, 90 right beside me, not giving a crap. You got a thumb out there, like almost hitting the other ditch, man. I mean, I did that. Did people? I'm like, throw up a middle finger. It's like, dude, whatever, man. Jeez. But yeah, anyway, I mean, like when you get in a car, people are like, do you have a weapon? I mean, like, I don't know if you're not a serial killer. And I'm like, do I freaking look like a serial? Do you know how many people are running around that are a serial killer with their thumb out? They're not. You know how many people got a thumb out with a weapon on them? Not many, because cops going to stop every time he drives by, asshole.
Yeah.
Every single time. You see a cop, you go, well, that fucker's stopping. Yeah, every time.
Yeah.
Because to the technology, the treasonous cops, it's all become a joke. If you think you're free, you're an idiot. Believe me. You're a content idiot that thinks he's free. You're dumb. You're not bright. You're programmed. Your government's telling you shit that ain't real.
Yeah.
That happens at everything. Everything. Who sits and tells you what's real? I do. I do. You know why I tell you? Because I freaking love you, man. I love you. Or otherwise, I wouldn't tell you what was real at all. I'd just be like, nope. Nope, I ain't telling them what. Screw them. They ain't worth it.
Yeah.
But they ain't how it is. I love you guys, man. Look at me. I'm all giddy about it. I'm ready to throw a ring on that finger, YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Andy. Yeah. You know what? At Folly Beach with the metal detector could make you some money. You know what? There's a lot of people down there that do have the metal detectors, but something that I found that makes really good money, and what I did was they have a farmer's market there every day, or once a week, a farmer's market right there on Folly. What I would do is they have a store called Bert's Market. It's like you don't need a shirt, you don't need shoes, you can just go in there and chill. Free coffee, free cappuccino, and free sweet tea all day, every single day, 24 hours. It's all free. It's free. In the middle of the night, they give out free sandwiches to everybody, whoever wants to come in there. Bam, here's sandwiches. I mean, I walked away with like a bag of like 12 of them one day. And so the thing that I found that was really cool about Folly is I would go and buy these tiny little hemp ropes, like necklaces that they had. And it wasn't really a necklace, but they were just ropes. It was just, and I would weave these things together. Okay. And then I would go out there and I would grab the shells and find shark teeth that would wash up. And I would tie it all together and make a necklace and then take it to the farmer's market and sell it, or bracelets. People bought the hell out of that because it was a place where tourists showed up, you know, millions of them a year. And I just thought it was the coolest thing.
Hey, man, I would like to address something that was said a moment ago.
Okay.
John Edgar said that Joe Louis picked him up hitchhiking. I mean, was this back in the like 50s, 60s? I mean, was it Joe Louis, the heavyweight champion, the brown bomber, Joe Louis, or was it Joe Louis, the karate guy, Joe Louis? Which Joe Louis? And go.
Joe Louis that lives on 10th Street in Bloomington, Indiana.
Oh, that Joe Louis. Okay. Well, I guess a lot of people know that Joe Louis. And you know what? I would like to go on record right now. No, I went out and I looked for them this summer, but I did not find any. I have seen some that grow here, but they're pretty rare right here in our yard. It's quite hilly, and you'd have to go up like toward the top of the hills after a rain and the heat. But I didn't find any this year. Found a lot of chicken of the woods,
Chicken.
ginseng. Do what?
Nothing. That's just, it's always funny when you talk about that chicken of the woods, the mushroom.
Yeah.
I remember when we found those.
The other day, and the first time that I had ever ate one, I found like some lion's mane. God, it was beautiful, man. It was like this big, man, and like hung down that far, and it was just all icicly. And I got two of them, cut those up, and ate it. It was really good. It was the first time I'd ever ate lion's mane, but it was a real good mushroom. And they say it's one of the best ones for intelligence and fighting Alzheimer's. It really does things to the neurons in the brain. I ain't trying to talk over your head or nothing, but I'm kind of the scientist.
Yeah. There you go. Championship boxer. John Edgar answered you.
The brown bomber picked you up hitchhiking. Yeah. Okay. All right. I believe you, man. I believe you. Now, are you talking young Joe Louis in the 80s, or are you talking the brown bomber? Which one? Who is it? Because if it's the brown bomber, that'd just be cool as crap, man. So, man, I talked to the brown bomber, bro. Oh, right. Yeah. And I'd like to go on record as to say that Ali would have beat Joe Louis in a fight. He would have outboxed him. Now, I don't think that Ali is the greatest like everybody else. And believe me, man, I loved Ali. I really did. But I think that if you would have took George Foreman after he got out of the Olympics, if you had given him a different trainer, let's say it was Angelo Dundee, where he had really put that time in, because Angelo Dundee trained him when he did his comeback. And that was Muhammad Ali's trainer. If he had had him up front, he probably would have, after he won the heavyweight championship, he probably could have held that till the mid-90s. I mean, he could have legitimately been the greatest heavyweight ever. But the thing was, is he didn't train. He went in to knock somebody out real quick. And when Ali could make him go 8 rounds, he was wore out and could hardly lift his hands. Ali lit him up. But if he was properly trained, because in 8 rounds, he beat the crap out of Ali. I mean, he just was beating Ali. But I mean, I think that George Foreman could have been. And honestly, I think that the greatest heavyweight champion was probably Larry Holmes. I'll say it. Larry Holmes.
Larry Holmes.
But George Foreman could have been. There you go. He was real good. But like I say, under the right management and trainer, after he won the 68 Olympics, he could have held that for a long time. That really wasted him when Ali took him out in the 8th round. You know, that was kind of his end. And I'm not trying to get off onto a boxing thing, but, you know, just trying to keep it multi-directional.
Yeah, and you know what? I like it when we're talking about this versus just one topic the whole time. You know what I mean? Because it's better. And it's just, I don't know. For me, it's better.
Well, I like boxing.
Yeah, well, I know that. I did want to say this, that people have been asking me about T-shirts. Can I get a WKT fan shirt? And I told them this. Yes, I can design T-shirts.
Right on, man.
Okay, and send these T-shirts for WKT. I can make Michael KATT shirts for him. True Crime Investigates shirts. Anthony GREENO. Yeah, whatever. I mean, you see, we got these. Yeah. I've created some
live show shirt.
Yeah. So if you guys want something, just send me an email at gpfilmcrew@gmail.com. Let me know what you want, and I'll make something and send it to you guys. Okay,
waiter, you know what Tyson was? And I mean, like, I give you that because Tyson was, in a way, quite a bit. Now, I'm not saying style or anything like that, but what I'm getting at is that Tyson under Customato, that was his adopted stepfather. I mean, his adopted father. He was a hell of a trainer. He trained like Floyd Patterson. There was a couple of great heavyweights other than him that he had trained. But when he died, so did Tyson's career. It did. It pretty much ended there because he wasn't training under Customato anymore. He went in with that, I'm Mike Tyson, I'll knock a dude out in 60 seconds. That was it. He was not training. When Buster Douglas got in there and wrecked his day, it showed everybody that Tyson could be handled if he boxed proper. But the thing is under Customato, if he was under proper training, Mike Tyson could have been. And again, that goes kind of right back to what I was talking about, George Foreman. He could have been a great heavyweight champion for a long time. That was Mike Tyson in the same way, same exact way. You know, he went in, I'm the greatest dude ever, and blah, blah, and it didn't play anymore. Because when you take that training out, the rest just wasn't there. With the training, he would have been great for a long, long, long time. Because he had that talent. He had the speed and the power. It was all there, man. He was a prodigy. And wasted.
Sharon was singing Indiana Wants Me. Didn't we have that in a video once?
Yeah, we did. And that was on Daniel Nations. Remember? When he was being extradited?
Yeah.
Indiana Wants Me. Try it and see what email it goes to, because it's going to send it to your recovery email.
Yeah.
So if you try to recover the password, then go check your email and see if it's there. If not, one time I had to call him and I forgot. Oh, that's right. It's Abdul Knievel 420. I forgot the 420. There was 419 Abdul Knievels before me, and I want to go on record as to saying that. Yeah, there's a lot of Abdul Knievels, people. I wasn't the only one. It's just another name. I got about as many names as my dog. No, if it's on there and you had already set it up and you try to, just go check your regular email if that's your the email that you would have signed up with. But when I explained to the guy, because he's like, well, I think this is yours, but there's something after Abdul Knievel. And I'm like, it's a 420? Yes, it is. That's mine. I forgot that. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah. Charlie. So yeah, we can do like the V cut. We can do long sleeves, hoodies, hats, whatever. And you know what? I send proofs of the shirts prior or whatever you want to order. I'll send the proof first, a picture of it. That way you can say, yeah, I like that. I want it in this color or something like that. Okay. Just so you know, it's not just t-shirts, ladies and gentlemen. You can get a hoodie or whatever you want.
Oh, right. 12 cut. I got that. And I thought that I had showed that the other day. In fact, I think it's up here. Hold on a quick second. It is right here. This is from the Missouri Department of Motor Vehicles, and they explain in here, and this is the lowdown on it. I wanted, and I called them, and I said, okay, I need a list of vehicles that a person has owned. Who do I reach concerning that? So she's like, us. I'm like, okay, well, this is the person I need it for. Well, you need to fill out a form 5091. So I'm like, okay, where do I get that? Well, just go in there, put in Missouri form 5091. So I downloaded it, man, filled it all out, had it notarized, and they wanted a VIN number. And I'm like, man, I get no VIN number. Why are they even asking for that? Because I'm thinking it was for something. I'm reading that, and I'm like, man, I think this is for a vehicle history. So when I called them, she's like, yeah, it is. But if you send that in and then call them, they might give you like maybe a list. I don't know. So I sent that in and I waited and waited and waited. It showed up in the mail and I called them and they're like, yeah, no, we ain't giving that out. I'm like, so they don't hand that out. So really, and I got this recorded. I don't know that I should play that, but I mean, they tell you right up front that it's being recorded on their side. But anyway, man, she's like, yeah, we don't do that. And I'm like, well, would you for law enforcement? Well, that's different. But you would for law enforcement, right? Click. Wouldn't even talk about it. They wasn't even going to have it. I was 41 in line. I waited an hour for that person to get on there, and they cut me short. You know what? I should go look them up and beat their backside for.
Yeah, and you know what, dude? You know what's really crazy with that is that he was sitting there waiting on that for quite some time, and then they send that, and it's like, okay, well, here you go, we got your thing. Now you're gonna be answered in the order it was received, and currently on this date, which is like 2 weeks ago. It's like, okay, dude, come on now. You're supposed to be like quick. But guess what? You're dealing with the BMV, dude.
Yeah,
When is it ever quick?
And it's never getting what you want. They said, dude, you should have stood in the other line for 5 hours.
Get another ticket and get at the back of the line, please.
Now, I did do what? Hang on. Man, I forget the name, and I'm sorry. I get a lot of people that email me, and I apologize for not coming up with the name off the top of my head. But the person had told me to go to like Progressive, put the guy's information in. Like, you know, you put your the area code in, hit the thing, put his information in, and it will give you a list of these cars. Well, people on there said they did that, and it gave them a list of cars. But when I did that, and here's what's weird, for that address, it only gave me his newest car. And he wasn't at that address when he got that car. And it was the 2017 Ford Kia. But I wanted back to 2012, you know, to find the white SUV, which he owned. I'm letting you know that. He was driving that car that day, man, on Friday, July 13th, 2012. That was his vehicle, and I'm letting you know that. Because when it all comes out, I don't want anybody going, but you didn't say that. Yeah, I did. I told you everything. All of it. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Don't ban people. I'm cool. Oh, I need to scroll down there.
I know, it's like when I start clicking on these things, then I notice I get stuck on one. I'm showing it because it's highlighting and I want to remember the question on the screen. But then I forget to scroll back down and I'm like, man, that's the same question. Just been sitting there.
Okay, if I may, just to throw out a quick trivia, a quick question real quick, if I may. Anybody, pound for pound, the greatest boxer to ever live. I just want to see some names pop up. If you don't care or give a crap, don't answer. But if you do, drop a name. I just want to see how many people will answer the same as I have in my head. Greatest pound for pound ever.
I'm going to highlight each one of them.
Okay.
That way they pop up on the screen. That way the viewers, when they're watching this, can see it just pop up on the screen. I like this thing where it like highlights the comment right there at the bottom.
I do too, man. That's cool as crap, dude.
Anybody?
Sugar Ray what? Okay, we got Floyd Mayweather, Rocky Marciano, and Sugar Ray. I have no last name there. That could be any Sugar Ray. It could be Sugar Ray Wilson. We don't know. Money Mayweather. Cassius Clay. Leonard. Okay, Sugar Ray Leonard. I got two people that I'll accept as being one that I would agree to. And I have not seen their names. Oh, you know what? Tommy Hearns is right up there, though. I did, man. I dug Tommy Hearns. Man, the Motor City Hitman, the Motor City Madman, the Cobra. God, man, Pepino Cuevas. Blam! Blam.
Hey, who do we have getting punched out?
That was my second favorite ever. Yeah. And that was by Tommy Hearns. That's the dude that hit him right there. Blam! Out like crowd. That was the only time he was ever knocked out. Forget about Tommy. No, man. Tommy Hearns was a badass.
Holyfield, someone says. Ali.
No, actually, I would have accepted Sugar Ray Robinson or Roberto Duran as the greatest ever. Pound for pound. Cassius Clay was kind of a heavyweight. Sugar Ray Robinson. That's who he was really trying to be. I mean, you know, in his style was a heavyweight, Sugar Ray Robinson, man. Very slick, fast. I mean, that was kind of the direction he was going with it. But, yeah, I really thought Sugar Ray Robinson was the greatest. At a smaller weight right there, probably Roberto Duran, equal match. All right. Thank you all very, very much.
Okay, so there's a good question for us on
Oh, I
this.
see. Guy. Yeah. Tommy, that was the golden era right there. It was like Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, Roberto Duran, Wilfred Benitez. Uh, those were just great days in boxing, man, all the way around. Okay.
Okay, so there's a good question on the screen.
What's that?
That question right there that popped up on the screen. WKAT, how did Bridge Guy know he had time to do this crime without family or friends coming upon him? And I think that if you want to talk about the bend in the trail, I'm going to start showing it. I'm going to pull it up and start showing it.
Me?
Yeah, you tell them about the bend in the trail area, the stuff that we're talking about.
Now, it's in the picture that Libby took of Abby at 207, like where she's facing back to the north. When you look at that, you can see right up there on that hill, man, that's just to the right of the railroad or the trail. And that's, who is this? Not Mira's property. Now, the suspect wasn't there, nor was he on the trail back behind her. Okay, so we feel right back there because the trail goes up and then it bends back. And that's that bend right there. Now, if he was about right there, keeping an eye downward where he could see them, and that's where we speculate that he was, when they started heading to the south side of the bridge, that's when he started following back in behind him. Because that way he could look behind him, back toward Freedom Bridge, make sure no hikers were coming toward him, and he could look forward, know he could make it to the south side of the bridge, and then get them down the other side before a hiker could get there and witness him.
Yep.
And we feel that that's how he pulled that off. Now, once he got him over there, there is no knowledge. No one knows, like, what happened during that crime. But the thing is it wasn't very long, 18 to 22 minutes, we speculate. And then he was heading right back across that top back to the 501 trail. Now, that was right there at the time Cheyenne was coming. I feel that he held his ground there real steady, let her pass at a comfortable distance, and then continued on because Flannel Shirt Guy was 10 minutes behind her. He seen him leaving and Cheyenne didn't. That means he was coming right out of there within that time that she walked by.
Yeah, exactly. And let me see here. I got this thing pulled up. So this is where he is on the bend in the trail. And as you can see from the bend in the trail, he's walking up from that area. He could actually, well, let me go back just a little bit. All right. Let me go back just a hair. Well, I thought I had it in there. But anyway, so where he is actually looking, you could see back and forth. I don't have it right there. I thought I had it right there. Okay, yeah. So here it is. Here's where he's looking back and forth. So see, you can see the girls right there. And you can see the girls all the way down at the end of the bridge. You could watch them actually walk all the way across the bridge from the bend in the trail. And you can also turn around and look back the other way. There's nothing. See right there. Damn it, I keep clicking too far on that. There it is. Okay, so right here the trail bends, but even right here, which is a little bit closer to the bridge, you can see all the way down to where people are coming in at that pivotal point where the girls were dropped off. So he could have been standing back there, like he was saying, watching and looking at the girls at the same time, trying to see, okay, are they across the bridge yet? There they are. Okay, so there's no one coming. He knows that he's got enough time. He's been on the bridge before. He knows how long it's going to take him to get across and get to him and get out of sight. So that's, I mean, it's real easy once you go there and start looking around. It just becomes common sense. But
yeah, it does.
You
Being there, it really opens your eyes up to what occurred. It does in a big way. We walked out and it's like, yeah, we know how this transpired now. We really did. And again, I mean, it's like you were saying, when you're at that bend, you can keep an eye on them and you can keep an eye back behind you. Now, if you're looking down to that side after she took that picture, when they started heading to the south side, you can say, okay, there's nobody coming from here, and I got time to get down there and cross that bridge and get them before anybody could happen up and see me. And that's when he started, I believe. I can't swear that, but that's what it looks like to us.
It makes perfect sense based on the time of walking, you know. And Lynn says the bridge is blocked off. Well, you know what? The bridge is not blocked off. There's a fence there.
You go around.
That's exactly what
the trail being blocked off. You just go around the fence. It's country, people.
Yeah.
You climb over. Nobody cares.
Yeah, they actually told us to do that at the 1 year press conference. Remember? Because the media is like, well, how do we get down to the bridge to film it? There's a fence there. What they say? Just go around.
Don't you see the trail going around? That's what you take. Just take that trail around.
You see all the footprints?
People made that walking around. KATT and GREENO started it, and there you go. Take the trail. They should call that our little trail.
Yeah, we have one little portion on the 501 trail. It's called the KATT and GREENO trail. Yeah, it's just like 10 footsteps around the fence.
Hey, how many people are here? I can't see.
64.
I know, like, oh wow, I am blind.
4 people.
Crap. How many people, sir?
64 right now.
64, man. Our popularity waned.
Yeah, it went down a little.
Yeah, it was probably because they started talking boxing. I'm sorry. Just get a little pumped with boxing, man. Love boxing. You know what? When I was 16 years old, there was only one thought in my head, and that one day I was going to be the greatest welterweight boxer to ever live. And I held that dream until I became an alcoholic, and now I'm like, man, I need to quit drinking if I'm going to, never happened. Never quit drinking until it's too late. Then one day I was like, well, I'm in my 30s, and I quit drinking. Maybe now. No.
Yeah. So good job on the like button. We got 74 likes, 64 watching, 65.
Right, and we exceeded views. Cool. I mean, the total viewers. You know what? Thank you, Mr. G-Spot. I give Larry Holmes his due on this because look, man, the one thing, and I'll say it, I will right now, man, it would not have mattered at what point in Muhammad Ali's career. Larry Holmes and Muhammad Ali in their prime, Larry Holmes would have beat him. Larry Holmes was a bigger guy. He was fast. And the one thing that Muhammad Ali did not like to fight was a boxer. He always wanted a puncher because a puncher's going to come at him. A boxer staying to the outside. Ali did not like that. He lost to, actually, if you ask me, Muhammad Ali lost all 3 fights to Kenny Norton. Kenny Norton won the first one, and then he lost like 2 split decisions, and everybody's like, boo. Everybody knew Kenny Norton beat him because Ali could be outboxed. But if it's a puncher coming at him, yeah, he looks sweet, man. He looks really good, man. But if it's against a boxer, no. And, well, I mean, like, I hope you're talking about Larry Holmes because I'll give Larry Holmes jab over Ali all day long. Larry Holmes could knock a dude out with that jab. Wow. Ali, he's just fast, man. He's like, whoa, 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 whoa. But, he didn't have the power that Holmes had. And Ali, I mean, Larry Holmes, I think one-on-one again. Yeah. And Holmes beat Norton. Now, Norton was a little old. I'll give it that. It's not like he was out of his prime. But, I mean, I give Holmes his due. He was a great heavyweight. And I was set up to do an interview with Larry Holmes, like, what's that, 3-4 years ago? I contacted him. He's like, reach my office this Thursday. But I couldn't get to a phone. And when I called, he wasn't in. I'm like, crap, I'll give him a call. But I do need to give him a call again because I would love to talk to Larry Holmes, man. That would be an honor to me to talk to Larry Holmes. I'd love to. I would love to do a boxing channel, man, because boxing was my life. There is nothing about boxing up to 1988 that I do not know. You can ask me about any fighter, and I'll tell you about every fight they had, every fight I watched, their style, everything. Loved boxing. It was my life for a long time. Absolutely loved it.
Cool.
Yeah, they all were great. Absolutely. I mean, I'm just kind of placing one upon another theoretically is all I'm at.
Yeah.
I mean, Kenny Norton. I mean, if I was to go this far, I would say this. Kenny Norton could have been one of the greatest fighters in history as far as a heavyweight. The bad thing is if you had any kind of a punch, game over. That guy had no chin. But, man, if he got in there against somebody who couldn't knock him out like Ali, he was going to fight all day long. You put him in there with a big puncher like Foreman, Lyle, Shavers, Gary Cooney. All of them, one punch, bam, game over. If he had a good chin, he was a great, great, great fighter. Just a weak chin. Ali, on the other hand, he was a great fighter, but man, you couldn't knock him out with a baseball bat. Wham! He's still there. It didn't matter. You could not knock Ali out.
Okay.
Now, I mean, Larry Holmes stopped him, but he didn't knock him out. It was a TKO.
Okay. We got a question here. When the trail ends after you cross the bridge, where does it lead to? Well, it leads right here. When you're looking,
it's right there. Now that right there, kind of show them, because right there, as that continues on, is where the railroad track was.
Yeah, and you can see it pick up right here.
And it goes all the way out there to County Road 200 here in just a sec.
It goes all the way down and ends right here.
Right there at County Road 200.
Yep. So it goes right there.
Yeah, that's so cool, dude. I like that.
Isn't that cool how you can do that? So it's like you just come right there. Now this looks like a really easily traveled trail. It may be right there, but as of right here, it's really dense. It's almost like a big ditch right through here, because I did try to do that one time, and like it was so thick right there, you'd have to walk in the field to get through this part right here. Now I'd never really got back into here, but there's other people that have done that.
Yeah, you could. You could walk from that bridge all the way to County Road 200. Nobody would even know you was there.
Yeah.
I mean, you're kind of sheltered by woods. You know what? I have hunted through that area with my dad, coon hunting, up and down like County Road 200 and out to Delphi. Yeah, you definitely could, but I'm not suggesting that bridge guy actually walked out to County Road 200. If his car was parked on County Road 200, he would have been hit immediately, because everybody would have seen his car. See where I'm at?
Yeah. Okay. So have you guys ever spoken to any members of the search team who found the girls? No.
And you know what? Nor would I. I would talk to him if I met him, but I mean, like, there would be no information that they could legitimately give us that would do anything.
Correct.
Because if they said anything, it'd be like, yeah, is that true? Or is that just what they're saying? I mean, they would never answer you fully knowing that it was going to be on any kind of a show that was, was going out to anybody.
Yeah.
Ivan Brumball. Yeah, he was a person of interest. But yeah, he didn't do it. I think that GREENO knows a little bit more on his family.
Yeah, you know what? I do know Ivan. Ivan works at the what's it called? It's that place on 18th Street in Lafayette. If anybody knows the name, let me know. It's kind of like a day shelter type thing. He's a cook there. He's there all day, and he cooks. I think it's pretty much for like the homeless people and stuff, but it's like they got classes and places there. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, he was at work that day. So he's there every day. He's a cook there.
That's all trolls.
Yep. And his house actually burnt down. And he's from Carroll County, but his house had burnt down. And it was in the news. So if you look up Ivan Brumball fire, you'll see that. And it gives you a little more information. But he's a really cool dude. He's a nice guy. Good-hearted. He doesn't look anything like the bridge guy. So yeah, he's just that. He's just a dude who's just a dude. He's a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
That's who I am. That's exactly who I
am. Excel Center. Yeah, there you go. That's who I am. Do you know John Weaver? I don't know John Weaver, but I know who he is. He's a fire.
Where's he from?
Delphi, Florida.
You know what? I know a Scott Weaver.
Yeah, maybe
he came out here today.
Really?
Yeah. Do you know Scott? He lives there in Florida. He's an old friend of mine. He went coon hunting with me and my dad. He got a hold of me today, man. Was asking about marijuana legalization. He's like, "Hey, man, I'm going right out there in a minute." Okay. He's like, "Hey, man, I'm coming up your drive." I'm like, "Oh shit, okay." Hey, man, I ain't talked to him in about like 7 years. Yeah, it was just dropped by. And the one time, man, he was talking. He went to go. I was with him, man. He stopped by his uncle's house, man. Dennis, what's his name? Dennis. I'm like, "You have an uncle named Dennis Weaver?" Yeah. Like Dennis Weaver, dude. Really? Yeah. Okay. I mean, maybe nobody knows who Dennis Weaver is, but he played McCloud. McCloud, people. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Wednesday Night Mysteries, man. Back on Columbo in the 70s, man. If you don't know who Dennis Weaver is, there you go. I'm handing it out all day. Buy the shovel, man. I'm feeding you some stuff, man. Just all that trivia you ever wanted coming right out of the head of Kat. Oh, okay. Okay. I see where you're at, Carol. Maybe he was he the guy that was with the cigarette butts and all that? Was he one of the people that was in that?
Maybe. I'm not sure who exactly was in that, but he was talking about they were found in the water or something like that. And you know what? Right after that comment, they said negative. They were not found in the water. You know, they were found near the water.
And I mean, they even said that they was found 50 feet inland.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even the news and law enforcement said that. But the thing is like when something is out there like that, people stick to it like glue. You know, like that's the reality. And I mean, I have heard that like brought up numerous times over the last couple of years, you know, where people is like talking about that, the cigarette, but this and that. And it's like, there's nothing that I can explain on that, because is it real? Well, law enforcement never said it was real. They never said that, you know. So I don't really go by that. And it's just like anything that said, well, somebody from the search team said this. Maybe they did. Maybe, but is that real? I don't know. They didn't tell me. The news didn't say it, nothing like that. So, I mean, I really got to go by if it didn't come from law enforcement or something that I can put in good faith to, I just kind of disregard it as it's a maybe over here, but it don't really add up. It don't really add into the equation of what I'm looking for.
Right.
See where I'm at?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, he's a firefighter. The search and rescue teams around here, ladies and gentlemen, it's a small place. You know, like this is a very, very tiny place. We're talking about, okay, the same cops that work at the Carroll County Sheriff's Office also work in Florida Police Department. Also work, you know, they cover like Camden, you know, the Burlington, you know, like they go all over the place. It's a small place, so when resources are needed, they need to go there because they don't have a lot of people. You know, Carroll County Emergency Response Team is based in Delphi. It's not uncommon for them to go to Flora, Camden, you know, where else? Cutler, all these small towns around there. It's not uncommon for that to happen. You know. So, well, you know what? Starting a petition to find out the cause of death.
No.
Or time, it ain't going to happen because that's part of the.
I don't want to know. I don't care to know. There is nothing about that solves this. Nothing. All that is some kind of like a public interest. And I want nothing. I don't care about how they were killed. How they were killed does not solve this crime. They weren't shot. I can tell you that. However it was done, that is cold-blooded evil, and I don't want to really hear about it. It doesn't solve this, man. It is like public curiosity, nothing more.
Yeah, it is public curiosity. So, all right. Well, I say that we give it a few more minutes. We'll go for 2 hours and 15 minutes and then kill it because it's 10:18.
So what? You'll go 2.5 hours?
Well, it's 2 hours and 15, I would say.
Well, my clock says 10:18, dude.
That's what mine says too.
Well, give it to 10:30.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
See what I mean? It's 11 minutes.
Yep. There we go. 11 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. So bring on your questions. As you see right there on the right of us, there is question or WKAT questions and answers live stream. Isn't that a cool thumbnail?
Yes, it is. You know what? The fastest heavyweight that ever lived, I would have to throw that out as being like by hand, probably Floyd Patterson. I think that Floyd Patterson may have had a little faster hands than Ali, or at least equal to. I think Ali's leg speed was phenomenally faster than Floyd Patterson, but I'm not going to put anything past the hand speed of Mike Tyson because his punches were zip, 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 zip. That guy had phenomenal hand speed. But the thing is Mike Tyson wasn't throwing jabs. He was coming in throwing those uppercuts, but he was quick. He was very fast. I would probably throw those three in the mix as the fastest heavyweights ever. Also, I would like to say that in 1989, no, 90, I met Ernie Shavers in Las Vegas. Talked to him for a little while. That was cool. That was really cool. And I'm like, dude, I'm a fan, man. I'm a fan. I am a fan. Man, he was a big guy, man. Should have seen these hands. But every heavyweight, man, said that. I mean, even George Foreman, who never fought for Shavers, you know, I mean, he's talking about that. I mean, like, he had the punch. Ali said, like, who is the hardest person to ever hit you? Ernie Shavers. Ernie Shavers. I mean, he put him above, like, Frazier, Foreman. He said, Ernie Shavers, man. He said, when he hit you, man, your insides rocked. He said, that hurt. It hurt. Anyway, man, I told Shavers, I'm like, man, I'm like a big fan and all that. But here's the thing. I lost money when you knocked Norton out in one round, man. I felt bad about that.
Mhm.
Did you have to knock him out in one round? Although, I mean, like, seriously, Norton wasn't going to stand up to Shavers, man. Shavers had that punch, and Norton had no chin. But I still kind of wanted Norton to win back in the day. Norton was a great fighter. I mean, he was a better fighter than Shavers, but he didn't have the chin. There it is. Next.
Let's see. Yeah, anything else? Any next questions? We need some more questions, people.
Get a question up there, and we want a great question, man. A great question we can both answer.
Yeah.
Somebody's got it. Go.
Anybody.
Third year.
Yeah, the third year. Yeah, exactly. The 3-year mark, February 13th, 2020. That's exactly what I think too.
Yeah, Jerry Corey took some beatings because Jerry Corey wasn't that great a fighter, and he was in there with a lot of good heavyweights in the 70s, man. That's why. That is exactly why. And all of them pretty much had to face Jerry Corey to get to the top. That's why he took a lot of beatings. No, I know quite the opposite. I know that Carter knows that the case is already solved. In a street fight, probably not. But you know what? With Ali, there's a reason why they call that a phantom punch. I mean, if you watch that where he knocked him out and he's all like that, he didn't. I mean, it was just a bump, you know, and all like listens down there like, okay, man, come on, man, hurry, count to 10, buddy. I'm getting paid big for this. Yeah, it was kind of crap. I mean, I give Ali, man, as to what he was, but I mean, like everybody's like, oh, he's the greatest ever. And I'm like, no, he was just a great promoter of himself. He said he was the greatest. But if you look at Ali's record, who he lost against, when, Frazier, Norton, you know, he was good and he was real good. And I'm not taking that from him, but he wasn't the greatest heavyweight ever. I don't believe that at all. Close. And I'm not saying he does. I mean, I would rank him in my top 2 or 3, but I'm not saying he's the greatest. I don't believe it. Others do, but others are programmed. I'm not. I am not. I see the reality. I see what things are, man.
Okay, Carol, we didn't see your question. It didn't even pop up. And Mary, is the Mears Farm a family home or a historical tourist attraction? It's not a tourist attraction.
It's not a tourist attraction, but it is kind of an attraction. It's got that thing outside dictating that it was kind of a pioneer home or something.
Yeah, old home. It was on the National Historic Registry, but it's not some place that people flock to go check out.
I would like to cover that question right down there, 63 R's, if you don't mind.
Okay.
This would be why, because I noticed that the day before yesterday that they had upped that. Now, I had called Officer Weber, who was heading up the case back in January or very early February. No, excuse me. That could have been the end of December or the first part of January of this year to tell him that it was Thomas Burse. Okay. Now, I was talking to him, and I want to tell you exactly how he was while I'm telling him this. And, you know, it just came off to me that this guy was sitting there like a dickhead and didn't want to hear a word I had to say. Now, when I looked the other day and they had upped that reward money, man, I got a hold of some people. And I'm like, look, I turned this in a long time ago. Now, I understand because it is identical to Delphi. They cannot go talk to that guy. Okay. Now, Weber may know. In fact, I'm positive that Weber knows exactly what I know now. I'm positive of that, just like Lesenby. But here's the thing. The people don't know that. They don't know who did it. And the people are the one putting that little $50,000 up. I say little because it's not the FBI reward. That's why it's going up. Now, when I got a hold of them the other day, I said, I want to know this time that what I said is marked up. They go, well, they don't do it like that and give you a number, but they write your name down. And I'm like, okay, look, I turned this in and I want to be clear on this as to when I turned it in. The $50,000 is not what I'm seeking. What I want is when this is all clarified and it comes out, I want it to be known that I was the man that turned that in because I am a profiler and I profiled this case and I solved both. And now this is what I want. Now, the guy told me, he's like, okay, this is what you do because like when you call those numbers, you have a hard time reaching anybody. When you reach somebody, they want you to reach somebody else. I said, it's really weird. You guys keep upping the thing, but you can't reach anybody there. So he says, well, you've got to email it to. So I said, all right, well, if I'm emailing it, man, I'm sending in the whole report of everything I know. I typed out 17 pages of everything, possibly everything that I know in that order. And I mailed it to him. And I said, I want to know that you got this and that you got all the information because right at the top, I told him exactly when I had called Weber. And that's already in the record anyway. So that's why. Now, that's going to go up, and you think it's not the cops that are up in that reward money. That is the local citizens. And like I said, they are adamant about the fact of getting that man. And that's why I sent that report, so that they would know 100% exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
And it is, and when it comes out, you'll all see exactly what I'm saying, because you can come right back to my videos on my channel and go, wow, he nailed this like it was a barn nail with a sledgehammer. Wham! He had him. He got him. There it is.
Okay.
This is Golden Pond.
Are the two different sketches, two different people, your opinion? I'll go first on this one. So, you know what? I think that the two different sketches, okay, when they released the second one, I was just like, are you kidding me? That doesn't look anything like what you're looking at that in the blue coat. That doesn't look like anything in the blue coat. Now, after looking into it, I'm like, how are they saying that it looks like this and then it looks like this? Okay, how is that? And then they come out and they say, well, you know what, to clarify, these people are not the same person. The person in the first sketch that was released is not the same person. But this sketch, the new one that we've released, and you know what? Let me pull those up for you on the side of the thing here. Why I'm talking about that? They're saying, okay, so the person on the where's it at? There it is. Okay, so they're saying this right here is no longer a person of interest in the Delphi case, but we will say that this right here is a better look at the face of the man that you see on the bridge. Well, they said that about the other picture already. And to go back and say they're not the same person and the first person is no longer a person of interest, why waste the time with it then? Is what I was saying. Hold
on. I don't think that is exactly correct. I think that they said more to the fact that this one, the new sketch, is the primary sketch, while the old sketch is, I mean, they never said that it's two different people. I don't want people thinking that they were looking for two different people. Okay, what they're saying is the old sketch is not as good as this sketch. So this sketch is now the primary sketch.
But no, they did say that.
They did.
Yeah.
They did say it was two different people, dude.
Yeah, they did. They did. It's right here. It's right in one of these news articles. Like Kim Riley had said that it's not the same person at all. That it is it's a totally different person. That the person in the old sketch is no longer a person of interest anymore. Like, I'll see if I can pull it up.
Yeah, you're going to have to, because if they said that, that's going to be pretty mind-blowing.
Yeah, hold on. I'll pull it up.
But it sticks right to exactly what I was saying, because I do want to cover this right after you complete.
Okay, well, go ahead and start talking, because I'm going to grab it right here.
Okay, when they came out with that second sketch, they did it for one reason. That first sketch looks just like My Suspect. They do not, and I repeat, by everything that I am letting you know, the one name that Delphi, Carroll County does not want people talking about is My Suspect. That first sketch looks like My Suspect. They did not want people to look at that mugshot and make that comparison and say, hey, is this him? No, after he was arrested and they found out exactly who did it, they said, we're making a briefing. We're going to release a totally generic sketch, totally generic. We're going to use old information. We think he's between the ages of 18, 40, worked in Delphi, all this crap, which I knew was complete BS. And what they're doing is they're taking this right here with generic, because that's nobody, people. That second sketch is no one. That second sketch ends their investigation, period, because they don't want you looking at that first sketch. That first sketch is My Suspect. That's why they don't want it out there. That's why they replaced it with this. And now if they're saying like, well, that other guy, yeah, we don't want him anymore. Well, what are you saying? There was two guys? I mean, I really got to see that, because if they said that, man, I will call Kim Riley and I will fucking go upside his ass.
Okay.
You stupid son of a.
All right. I've got it pulled up on the screen. I'm going to read it. Okay. So, all right. So I'm going to read this article.
Please.
Okay. So the man depicted in the old sketch released to the public 2 years ago is no longer believed the person who killed teens Abby Williams and Libby German in Delphi, Indiana, Indiana State Police said. The man in the 2017 sketch was a person of interest in the investigation during that period, police said. Now that's no longer the case. Investigators believe the man shown in a sketch released during a press conference on Monday, which is this new one, more accurately represents the person who killed teens in February 2017.
More accurately?
Oh, hold on. It goes into more. The old sketch shows, okay, while both sketches were drawn in 2017, police clarified that the renderings are, quote, not the same person. The old sketch shows a man of the age range 40 to 50 years old, according to police. He appears to be older than the newly released sketch, which appears to depict a younger man.
Yeah.
See, you see what I'm saying? Kim Riley said it's not the same person, which I don't understand that.
How can he say that? Look, if you have two people that seen the guy, that seen the suspect, that was Bridge Guy. And now I can go back and find the video where they said, yes, this man right here is Bridge Guy.
I know. Yeah.
That's what they said. This man right here that you were looking at was taken from the two people that seen the guy by the FBI over 3 months' time to render that this is Bridge Guy. And now they're going to go, oh, that person isn't the guy that we thought was Bridge Guy. Well, they totally messed that up. They didn't even see the guy. But what they did see was this guy by some weird chance who's the real guy.
I know. And that's what I don't understand.
BS, man. That's bullshit. My God, Kim Riley, you are a joke, man. He's a bigger joke than Doug Carter. No, man, that first one is my guy, people. And the second one is generic because they ended the investigation. That was what it was all about. We know who did it. Let's give them old stuff. That way, if anybody calls in, it don't need to be investigated. That might be the reason for that crap that he just read too.
You know, so that's what was confusing. Is I'm like, okay, how is it not the same dude? And if it's not the same dude, but they had this second, they're saying that this younger looking sketch was drawn first, right? And then they come out and say, well, forget that other one. Why even release it if this one was drawn first? Why didn't they just come out with this one in the first place?
Well, why did he come out and say that to begin with?
Exactly, because they came out.
Is Bridge Guy.
Yeah, and like you said, was that older sketch. They sat there and released that. Let's see, where's that older sketch at? Okay, so they sat there and released that, and like you said, they were telling us keep hearing the hammer pounding in the other room. They said, okay, this is the face of the guy that you see in the blue coat. And then they come out in April and turn around and say, well, you know what? Forget that guy. This is the guy that looks like the guy in the blue coat. It's like, okay, that just basically says, let's say that we don't ever have a person of interest. To me, looking at that from a new person, I would say they ain't got a fucking clue on shit. They're just guessing on things. They draw a picture of somebody else and say, you know what? Never mind. It's this one now. It was a black guy.
I would also like to say this. The second sketch has no hat on. Okay?
Yeah.
That second sketch has no hat on. Now, nobody's seen that suspect without a hat on. He had a hat on, just like this. He had that hat on the whole time. Now they're like, oh, he's a younger guy. He didn't have a hat on. Well, okay. Why in the first sketch is he dressed exactly like Bridge Guy with the hat on?
Yeah.
Exactly like Bridge Guy. Now, that's who they was doing. I don't think the FBI goes in over 3 months and goes, wow, man, you totally had us, man. We thought that was Bridge Guy until they came out with this that was drawn the next day we didn't know about. Man, we're really going to screw the public with this. We're going to like really F their minds up. Now, look, when it comes out and it's my guy, I want you to remember every word I say because I'm sitting here and I'm really upset now. I am. Man, law enforcement is kind of playing us as a joke on this, but I understand the reasons. But the thing is, man, I don't want people to look stupid. People don't be stupid. I'm not. I know who did it. Damn. I'm calling Kim Riley. And this time, man, he ain't going to get off like on that lap. Man, did you hear that one I called?
Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't going to get off this easy because this is going to be the good one. He'll hunt me, man. He'll have me hunted down.
Okay, you call Riley, I'll call Lesenby.
Man, I like talking to Lesenby. He's a good guy. He is. He comes off like a good guy. I like Lesenby. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
For he's a sheriff.
We should see if we can get conflicting stories on that. We should see if we can get some sort of conflicting story on that, on the two sketch thing.
From Lesenby?
Well, from either one of them, from both of them. Remember how at the press conference the 1 year where Carter's like, well, we went to Colorado and we talked to Daniel Nations.
Yeah.
And he's not a person, that we care about no more. And then Kim Riley right after that says, well, he's a person of interest.
Yeah. Even after you talk to him. Yeah. Okay, then. Well, thank you.
Okay. Well, you didn't talk to him.
What that jackass had said.
Yeah, but you didn't talk to him, so you're still lying. Oh, but they talked to him after he got back to Indiana. That's what that was about. That's right. So
yeah, and it was that week too. They extradited him back to Indiana 1 week before the first year press conference.
Yeah, dude, that's when I was like, okay,
and had that wrapped up before in 1 week. Bam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. All right, man. So we actually went past our time. But yeah, dude, good show. I think it was a really good show. Excellent show, dude. And I give you thanks and props for popping this up like that. Yeah, dude, I like it. I really like this thing. We're going to have to use this thing more often when we do this stuff. I will be making probably my next video Tuesday evening at 5 o'clock, which is normally when I do that. But there may be reason to do it here if you'd like to join me in my live. Okay, I can do it. Why? Because you want to use the computer to pull some stuff up? Well, no. Well, I mean, the thing is because I think that if you and I are doing this live, I mean, it would be kind of my show on the topic of. But the thing is that, I mean, we could still both answer questions as we do. And, I mean, you could still kind of edit some stuff in if it needs to pop up. I mean, this is kind of a good place to run live. And it beats the green screen in the background and me just explaining the picture when he can go, no, it looks like this. Hold on, let me show that picture, dude. Yeah, bam, there it is. You want that movement? Video. Yeah. Okay. So cool, man. So all right. Well, any last thing you want to add? 5 o'clock on Tuesday, he's going to be, or will be here, I guess. Or are we going to do it on yours? Well, how would we do that? No, we'd have to do it here. Well, you know what? Well, I can't advertise it to my channel and then run it here, though. Either way. I mean, well, we can talk about it on the Yeah, we can talk about it after the fact. Yeah. I would like to say, bam! That's how you donate. Yeah, that's how you donate. Okay, so
That's Roberto Duran. That's what hurts, people. That's what hurts. Because I told him, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to show Duran get knocked out, but damn, that fits.
yep. So tell him about your PayPal thing. I got it pulled up on the screen. If you want to donate to him, there's his link.
Yeah, that's my that's for my channel. That's if you donate to my channel, that's where you go. You go there, you can drop some money that will hit my account, and it just upgrades just like that quick.
Yep. And also, if you want to donate to my channel, then that's the link right there that's popped up on the screen that you guys can donate to. Now, if you want to make a donation to both of us, all you have to do is send it to one of us and then put WKAT. And I've seen you guys do that. I've been checking the phone where you're putting for WKAT on there. And then after the show, him and I will get together and determine what was sent to each one of us, and then we'll divide it up. Okay. So that's exactly what you guys have been doing. Thanks for following the instructions.
And I thank everybody for joining us, because seriously, I mean, like when we're doing this without the people being there, it's just us talking, and we really do love giving you the information. And that is the biggest part of why we do this, is because we want this information to you. And that is what we're doing our best to get out. And I will catch you in my next live. And
I'm Anthony Greeno.
And
keep it Southern style, y'all.
There it is. It's out.
All right. Later, y'all.
Peace.